Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you might be in the world. This is it. This is the Tommy Temper Show. I'm coming to you live from Alberta, Canada. And we're in the studio here today in the big city of Edmonton, overlooking the elm-lined streets of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Quack 13, first in the chat. Quack, good to see you. Nice to see you. Quack in there. Come on back to Expose there. Don't worry about those guys over in that transit booth there bullying you. Just do what you want to do. Interstate Travels. Hey, good to see you. Big ups to you in the yellow truck. I remember that yellow truck too. Good to see you. Interstate in the house. We got Dean in there from the UK. Hey, Dean, good to see you. Got Christine. Hey, Christine. Nice to see you with your doggy. Woohoo. I see you on the other chats there all over the place. You're like covering the internet like a wet blanket there, Christine. Big ups to you. Got Tanya Dewar in there. Hey, Tanya. Nice to see you. I don't know that I've seen you much in my room, but nice to see you. Thanks a lot for popping in. Appreciate your company. We've got Leanne Hurley. Hey, Leanne. Long-time watcher of our channel here, covering the internet all over the place there. Leanne, hey, good to see you. Miss Frosty, hey, big ups to you. I don't know about this boat talk that's going on here, Ms. Frosty. I don't know if I should get involved in that at all. I don't know who started that, whether it was you, Brett, or I don't know, one of the Munson crew there or something. I don't know, but those guys are a little bit off the wall, that's for sure. Yippers. Oh, you're Brazilian, Tanya Dewar. Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, I'll get one of those waxes one day, but I hear that it hurts a lot. We live on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, right. Oh, I know you're big on Twitch there. I know. Every time I go over to Twitch, and I don't go that often. It's like once a month or something. But I see you over there. Let's see, where am I streaming today? I'm not on Twitch today. I could have streamed on Twitch, but I'm streaming on Tommy Temper on YouTube. I'm streaming on another account of mine called. What is it? It's my reviews channel, and I'm also on Facebook. So I'm on Channel Reviews is the name of the Channel Reviews. I'm going live on that channel there as well on YouTube. So I'm actually right now on 2 YouTube channels, live and on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, anybody on there in Facebook? Nice to see you. Big ups to everyone. Yeah, big ups, I think. Everyone thinks that it comes from a certain person, that term, big ups. To me, where I got that from is when I traveled. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my background. I actually had a chance to travel. I had a friend of mine that was big into boating, okay? So it wasn't really me, but a friend of mine was into boating. So he got his captain's license, so because he was a friend of mine, he'd say, hey, let's go out to the coast there, holiday, whatever. So we'd go on a holiday. Went out to the west coast there, sailed around for, I don't know, probably about 3 weeks, all around the islands there. Lots of different islands there. In fact, I think I caught a miniature shark when I was out there off the coast of BC. So actually, I think there are sharks out there, although people say that nobody's ever been killed by a shark, but I don't know, I think I saw one. And we also went down to the Caribbean islands, down to the Caribbean, what would you call it, British Virgin Islands, sailed around there, and then we sailed around the American Virgin Islands. I went to a place called Virgin Gorda, which is the island of the fat virgin. That's what Gorda means. Gorda means fat, just in case you didn't know. So, yeah, I've had a lot of experience. I think it was probably 3 weeks. We had, it was about a 50-foot yacht, sailboat. In both cases, sailboats. And we were sailing on the high seas there. I'm telling you, it was, when the winds start going and those waves start picking up on the Atlantic Ocean, it scares the crap right out of you. And yeah, I was scared there actually for a bit of the time. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So that's kind of my experiences with boating. I have operated a sailboat, you know, the jib, all the terminology, starboard, port, you know, different sails on the boat, whatever, the mainsail. Hey, let's raise the mainsail, you know, or whatever. Or tack, and all the rest of that crap there. It's been a while since I've been on a boat, but anyways, we had all that terminology down pat. It was fun. Nuts and crackers. Hey, what's up? Good morning. Let me know who times me out. Oh, okay. Remember I offered you a wrench in my channel there, Nuts, but you said no way. You thought that, you know, it might put a, I don't know why you said not to. But anyways, now you're saying you want a wrench or something? Or you want to know who times you out? Yeah, if anybody does time anybody out, just, you know, type in the chat there why you time somebody out. Smooth Operator. Hey, good to see you, Smooth Operator. You're all over the place there. Let me see. Where did I see you? I don't know if you were live there today. Or not live, Smooth Operator, but if you're in somebody else's chat. Oh, by the way, we have word that Smooth Operator is going to be going live on location on a holiday. Maybe let us know where you're going there, Smooth Operator. And Smooth Operator, just type the word link in there so people can sub up to you, because we want everyone in the chat here to sub up to Smooth Operator, so that when Smooth Operator goes live on location on a holiday, we can watch what's going on there. Smooth Operator, drop a link. Okay, staff picks. Okay, let's amp it up a bit. Oh yeah, we're rocking now. Okay, so what's the deal? We can get into a little bit of controversy, a little bit of politics and stuff like that. Let me explain what's going on with my stream here. First of all, we've got me up in the corner there. That's my little logo there. We've got the little Tommy Temper thing up on top here. Down below here, you can't... Oh, actually, you can't really see this thing, because my Tommy Temper thing is in the way there. Hang on a second here. Let me fix this. I know I can do this. Let's see if I move this right here. Save it. Will that fix it? Let's see. Go back in there and see. Yeah, okay. I was just fixing this little thing here, which it was when somebody donates to my channel, this little horsepower thing moves up, where it's sitting at 400 right now out of 1,000. I'm not really sure how it works or how to readjust it or reset it or anything else, but it's sort of part of my program. And I've got this set up so that I don't know if it's working or not either, but I kind of have it set up so that if I get a super chat such as this, okay, so I've got that overlay set up there, so that it will pop in there if I do get a super chat. And I don't know if it works yet, because I did have it working a while ago, and then I wasn't on my system for a while, and now I set it back up again. So let's see whether or not that works. If I get a super chat, we'll see whether or not that pops in there. Probably won't work with my luck. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, let me go over and check Troll Central there, and I see that these guys are bad over there. Come on, you guys, you don't have to use my real name. Like, okay, I see over there, Cadamus Rex is again doxing me over in Troll Central. Now, Cadamus Rex was banned over in my channel here, and I banned Cadamus Rex for doxing. Okay. And now I unbanned Cadamus Rex. Cadamus Rex is not banned in my channel right now. I unbanned Cadamus Rex, right? Thinking, okay, I'll unban Rex and Rex won't be doxing me anymore. And then I go over to Troll Central right now, and Cadamus Rex is doxing me right now. So, if you're a moderator in my chat and you see Cadamus Rex come in here, just absolutely put Cadamus Rex in the gash tank for good. Forever. You know, that person needs to learn a lesson. That if you dox people on the internet, that you don't deserve to be in that person's channel. Go ahead, you know, we'll go over to the Troll channel and dox all day long over there. Sit over there, but don't come over here. Okay, don't come over to my channel and expect to have fun in my channel if you're going to sit over in somebody else's channel and do that. Oh, it didn't work. Smooth operator. It didn't work. I didn't see it. But thanks a lot for that super chat. Smooth operator. Big ups to ya. Wow. Appreciate that. That is unbelievable. I don't believe that you did that. But it didn't work. I didn't see it come through. You should have gave me a $2 super chat to test it out. But I appreciate that. Smooth operator. Well, if I see you going live somewhere when you're out on your holiday or something there and I'm live, we'll bring you up on the stream here. We'll do a restream of you there and boost your channel a little bit there. It's just some people watching and whatever. But thanks a lot for that super chat. Smooth operator. Wow. Unbelievable. Great supporter of the channel, Smooth operator. And also, Smooth operator, you're a mod on other channels there too, and I see you're actually a very good supporter of other people's channels there as well. So I'll have to give you a big thumbs up there, Smooth operator, for that super chat. Much appreciated. Appreciate that. Smooth operator. And we're mixing it up here with a little bit of mellow music here today. Don't give Nuts a wrench, says D. Yeah. Well, Nuts says that he didn't want a wrench, so I said, if you give me one on your channel, you can have one on my channel, but Nuts didn't want to go along with that. But now his channel is, I don't know if he's really doing stuff over there anymore. But anyways, he can handle his own there without a wrench. He doesn't need protection. He's like got a lot to say, put it that way. I was going to say he's got a big mouth, but... I'm a little bit nicer than that. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, 1,000 horsepower, it works. Did it work? Yeah, it did. Holy jeez, it did. Oh, that's how it works. It went up 1,000 horsepower. Wow, it went from 400 up to 1,000 with the $100 donation. Really, I really appreciate that. That was like unbelievable. Smooth operator, you better get that channel monetized there so we can pay you back there. We always pay it forward, you know, to other streamers there as well. If I see other streamers that I like, I'll go in there and give them an odd super chat or something like that. Help them out a little bit. Bruce Davis. Hey, nice to see you in here. Bruce Davis popping in here. Big ups to you. Nice seeing you.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, that's right. Who's your daddy? I don't know. Hey, hang on a second. Let's get this show started. Stand by.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Okay, yeah. Let's go. Oh, what about Trump? Where's Trump? We need Trump coming in here with something.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Okay, let's get the show started. Okay.
Fake news. Fake news. You are fake news. It's all fake news.
Kamala.
Fake news. It's phony stuff.
Tampon Tim.
It didn't happen. It's all fake news.
Okay, let's talk about this. So apparently Kamala has her VP, the running mate. He's really becoming known as Tampon Tim. I don't even know what his real name is, right? All I know is I'm sitting up here in Canada seeing everyone call this VP of Kamala Tampon Tim. Like, come on. Like, I don't know what's going on with that guy. But apparently he's the one behind writing the bill to put tampons in boys' washrooms. Now, exactly where or how, I don't know. But apparently he wrote some kind of a bill. So this is where this name of Tampon Tim is sticking with the Kamala's vice president. Now, again, I don't get into the technicalities of people, who they are, what they are, whatever. I'm Canadian, so I'm watching from afar. I'm just watching what's going on here. I don't delve too much into the details of people's lives, but the generalities are definitely popping out, and that's what people all over the world are seeing, the generalities, right? And we don't know much about the guy, but we're hearing stolen valor and Tampon Tim. And those are the talking points for the new guy, okay, which is not looking good for him. Now, of course, if you're a Democrat, well, you're going to overlook those things, and you go, hey, this guy is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But guess what? Tampon Tim, even though he was in the military, is actually a teacher. His wife is a teacher, his father was a teacher, and he's a teacher. And you know how much I like teachers, right? Or what do you think about teachers? Who is it that is indoctrinating all of the children in school and trying to brainwash them into being a lefty? It's the teachers, okay? That's the education system, because you overload the education system with one particular political ideology, and all of a sudden it starts shifting the entire population at a very early age. And really, I don't agree with that at all. At all. But let's face it, the people that become teachers are very, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like people that are docile, or I don't know, maybe giving or emotional, right? Like those are kind of the people, which of course a lot of them are women. Women are an emotional person, right? So they end up becoming teachers, and they end up becoming somewhat brainwashed into becoming Democrats. And really, I don't know what way there is out of that. Like the right side of the political base is going to have a really hard time getting into that the teacher thing, right? Because how can you put a bunch of right-wingers in there as teachers when there are already left-wingers in there, and they're the ones that are indoctrinating all the children of the world? Why do you think you see people standing, and I see it right here in my city. I'll see a guy with a communist brochure, a university student, standing there, and a table with a bunch of other university students, and they're flogging a bunch of communist, Marxist type literature out on the street here in my city. And they're from the university, and they go to university. And I've talked to them about that out on the street. And, would you guys really know what communism is? And they don't even know what communism is. They've never even been to a communist country, but yet they're flogging communism as being something good for you in your face. Now, I've actually traveled to and visited and seen what it's like to live in communist-ruled countries. You don't want to go there. You don't want to be there. You have no way of getting ahead in life. You just plain live day to day, penny to penny. And, don't think about going on any holiday over to Hawaii if you live in a communist country, or going on any holiday anywhere, because they won't let you out of the country, right? I remember going to, for example, Berlin, when it was East Berlin, when it was East Germany, a communist country. They let me, as a Western person, into the communist country. And when I was leaving the country, oh man, did they ever search our vehicle and measured it and put a rod down the gas tank and everything to make sure that there was no person hiding inside of the vehicle trying to get out of the communist country. That's what it's like living in these places, these communist countries. That's how bad it is. How bad can a country be when they actually prevent you from leaving the country? Right? In other words, we are communism. What? You're trying to get away from communism? Going over to the imperialist America? You're not going to do that. So that doesn't happen, okay? Rules in place. You don't leave without a passport, and they're not giving you a passport. If they think you're going to skip the country or something like that, guess what? You're not getting the passport. You're not leaving. That's the way that it was. That's the way that it is. You got to be careful. I watched this one guy on TV here, as a matter of fact, and I don't even know, is Russia communist right now? They've kind of gone to a sort of a quasi-communist type state. but I'm watching this guy who just left Russia, and he's living in Vietnam right now. And he doesn't have a lot of good things to say about what life was like for him in Russia. And he's like gone. He like left Russia, and now he's trying to figure out what country to finally live in. Let's bring up our chat in here and see what's going on here. We got bullets in there, bullets. Yeah, well, if you use my first name, last name, address, phone number, place of work, business, type of work, anything like that, that's doxing. You know, so, you know, you guys can say, well, if I use your real first name, you know, do you have to use my real first name? That's the question, first question. Do you need to use my real first name? No, but you're using it to dox me, right? It's a intimidation thing. So Cannabis Rex, you are indeed in trying to intimidate me by doxing me and using my first name over in the troll group there. So shame on you. You know, and you don't deserve to be here if you're going to be doxing people, okay? So please don't do that. Ms. Frosty, salute from Smooth Operator. Yeah, cat piss. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cat piss doxes Daisy as well, says D. Yeah, that's not good. You know, and cat piss, I unblocked you. I actually unblocked you. You're not blocked in my channel, okay? But instead of actually participating in my channel in a good nature, you go run over to Troll Central and you dox me over in Troll Central. So shame on you for doing that, Cadamus Rex. Shame on you. My whole chat is blue. No. Nuts is in there. D's in there. Peter Burns in there. There's some people that are not blue yet. MAGA. Yeah, I'm pro MAGA over here. I'm pro, what would you say? In the States, Republican. And in Canada, I'm pro conservative. There's Pierre Poilievre in Canada, which I'm pro him. Do not like Trudeau. I do not like the fact that he is now... did Trudeau come out and say that he's gay? Did he finally come out of the closet and say something like that? I know there was something on the internet about that. I saw some memes or something like that about Trudeau finally coming out of the closet. And you know what I don't like about that? If you're a gay person and you think that you're something else, why would you get involved with a heterosexual, have a family with them, and then abandon them? You know, and then go, well, by the way, I'm gay, and I should never have done that in the first place. And by the way, are there any guys out there? I'm looking for a boyfriend. You know. Well, no, I don't mean me, but I mean that's Trudeau. That's the way. Is that the way that Trudeau was thinking? Like, he just ruined that woman's life by getting together with her and having a family with her and then abandoning her. And, you know, I see that all over the place, that people do stuff like that, where they go, well, I'm this way and I'll have a family and whatever. But by the way, in the middle of the whole thing, I'll just change my mind and go back to the way I really think. I don't know. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Uh-oh, what happened to my thingamajiggy here? Hang on, my speech thing. Let me turn on my control panel. I think I might have accidentally shut it off. Oh, there it is. I have to flick a switch. Here we go. Okay, we'll have to pick it up from where this chat is right now. Let's see if it works.
Smooth Operator. I felt bad for Bruce Jenner's daughters when he went trans on them, poor buggers. Black Wolf. Wall seems to hate children. He allows abortion up to time of birth. He declares pedophilia a sexual orientation instead of a felony crime.
Oh yeah, that's right, because the Dems go for abortion.
That Peter guy thinks he is funny, not. Quack. Tommy, her life isn't ruined. Are you serious? You should know better. Women in Canada don't suffer after divorce. She's gonna get so much money she won't ever have to work another day in her life. Christine.
Well, yeah, but
Alexandra,
you know,
why would I
to
do
be
that?
involved in a relationship and have
Sandy
that relationship
Foster.
split up because
Anyone got a reliable to back
your
up all this
spouse is gay.
information? Alexandra.
And I don't know if that's why they split
Because
up.
you
but
sound very
obviously
scared,
they
Christine
split up, and now
Tampon
Trudeau is
Scarlery.
saying that he's
She-Hawk.
different.
Black Wolf, do some research. Sandy Foster. Let's not forget Sophie Trudeau has a new boyfriend before she left Justin. Christine. Republicans vote for abortions. Black Wolf. I did She-Hawk. Black Wolf.
Black Wolf in there. Hey, Black Wolf.
It's true. Christine. Alexandra, whatever. And Q. Hetero flexibility. She-Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Alexandra. Indeed, whatever. Cheeks. Sandy Foster is Chris Ferries. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day.
Is she?
Pedophilia is not a sexual orientation. Anyone spouting that may be a PE do themselves. Crafting and coffee with Kelly.
Cheeks
Hello,
in there.
Tommy Temper.
Crafting and
She-Hawk.
coffee with Kelly.
Cheeks not.
Hey, big ups to ya. Thanks a lot for popping in.
Frank.
Got She-Hawk in
Did
there, Miss
Christine buy
Frosty
summer
Cheeks.
dinner last night? Mater. MS Frosty, absolutely. Christine. Kelly. Sandy Foster. Frank, Christine needs to buy Summer a new bikini.
Hey, Summer's actually going hard, really. I have to give her a lot of credit for her working on her YouTube channel and doing a lot of
Crafting
stuff
and
out
coffee
there.
with
She's
Kelly.
always helping the homeless and all kind of
Christine.
stuff out there. Big ups
Miss Frosty, a beautiful day.
to Summer.
Mater.
Mater.
Frank. No bikinis, please. Mater. Ms. Frosty. And Q. Spectrosexual. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. She certainly does,
Spectrosexual.
Tommy.
What's that?
Christine. Summer isn't even here. Sandy Foster. No one said otherwise, Tommy. Crafting and coffee with Kelly. Hello, Mater. Frank. We saw enough of that train wreck. Lisa. Christine, how is that massive block list working out for you with Tommy's voice to text LOL? Cheeks. Sandy Foster has one-piece swimming suit, a trash bag. Christine. Doubt anyone in here does anything in their community like Summer does.
Look at this.
Mater.
I just opened up Twitter,
Miss Kelly.
and this is the very first
Black
picture
Wolf.
to show up.
Our children are not safe
It's
in a
Trudeau
Harris Walz
sitting there like a
administration. This ticket is
prissy-
even more anti-parent than Biden,
prissy
Harris,
sissy.
and Obama Biden, which is hard to
You know,
imagine.
I
I know.
don't like calling people names,
Sandy
but just
Foster.
look at him.
Ha ha,
That's
Lisa.
not a man. That's a
Sandy Foster. Black Wolf, how are they not safe?
Trudeau's not a man.
Lisa.
Well, he's
Hey,
a man,
Sandy.
but
She-Hawk.
doesn't act like a man.
Lisa.
He acts more like a woman.
Frank.
Like, look at that.
But loser Christine is just
Hosier.
blocks us all. Lisa. Frank, she has us all blocked. Sandy Foster. Nice to see Tommy follows Justin.
Blocks
Edward
everyone.
Cam. Trans lives matter.
Well, this popped up.
Frank.
This is Twitter. X.
Sure does, Lisa.
X is feeding
Sandy
me this
Foster.
picture of Trudeau,
Tommy,
which is
such
not a very
misinformation.
flattering picture of Trudeau.
Smooth operator. When did Trudeau go gay? Ewan. He is feminine leader like walls. D hibiscus cherry blossom. Christine don't know what other people do in their community. Just because they don't put it on YouTube doesn't mean they don't do work in their community. Stop it.
That's
And
right.
Q.
And by the way,
He
thanks a
looks
lot for that
feminine.
super chat, Smooth Operator.
Edward Cam.
That will
The
entice
Maple
me
Leaf
to
did
go
nothing
live
wrong.
a
The
lot
only
more.
thing she is guilty of is being a
Absolutely.
good boxer.
I go live more often,
She-Hawk.
just for you.
TRUMP34. Armando Arias. Tim Walz is a perfect pick. Yin and Yang. Drew Peanuts. He lowly gutty. Christine. I like hearing the out loud reading because of having all the trolls blocked can tell they are still infatuated.
Christine, that's funny,
Armando
yeah.
Aureus.
Exactly.
Prissy. Sandy Foster. Seems the mega folks are more than a bit triggered and worried about Harris Walls. Sandy Foster.
They are.
What's a
They're really pushing hard on what's going on there.
Smooth
pushing back
operator.
at them.
Face green
trying
smiling.
to dig up dirt on them.
Lisa
Especially
Lisa.
on Tim.
Anyone catch that wild stream of Daisies last night and bombs left and right?
Oh, I saw Daisy dancing and having fun.
Butterface.
I saw a little bit
Christine
of that.
DePanel Ho LMFAO.
Big ups.
Kurt Manley. Stolen Valor Tampon Timmy. Frank.
Yeah, that's
We
it.
love to
Stolen
make fun of
Valor
you,
and
Christine.
Tampon Timmy.
Drew Peanuts.
Those are the two things we're hearing
Low
about the
key
new
type she.
Vice President of the United States.
Armando Aureus.
The pick, Kamala's
The
pick.
boxer is the new bone they are chewing on. I can't with these people.
So who's running the
Black
United
Wolf.
States right now? Is
Tim Walz is not
Like,
pro
is
Paris.
Kamala
In 2023, he
running the
passed a
states
law
right
stating
now,
that
or
out-of-state
where's
teenagers
Biden?
could
Or is
go to
Biden still
Minnesota
running
and
the
have
states?
sex
Like,
change
it's in a
operations
turmoil.
without a parent's consent. Sandy Foster. Daisy made a fool of herself once again. She-Hawk. The N-word is Daisy's favorite word. Christine. Tommy Tim refused Mayor's Fry request for National Guard in beginning after the murder ID George Floyd.
Black Wolf? Yeah,
ATS
that's true.
cat.
I heard about that.
Is that QS
About the,
Chicken Dan that
state,
S marching to
out-of-state
Ottawa
thing,
wants
Minnesota.
Trudeau's head he S on X Twitter? Sandy Foster. Black Wolf, what about his breakfast lunch program?
Exactly,
Sandy Foster.
Christine. About the mayor's
Tommy,
request.
guess what Trump is not running the states a hey
Refused the
aha.
request for National Guard.
Frank. Black Wolf is a broken record like Brett. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Biden hasn't he been running anything LOL. Armando Aureus. The drunker she gets, the meaner she is to her chat. The bigotry in the chat as well. Butterface. Christine thinks peeps care about hearing her blah 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 waddalazer. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. The man barely knows his own name LOL. Smooth operator. I don't think we will hear from She-Hawk. Black Wolf is spreading lies. Smooth operator. Biden again. Armando Aureus. Daisy had fun until she dozed tea. Kurt Manley. Sandy Foster can't run to the bathroom. Edward Cam. I'm going to Kansas to fertilize my BF's throwed eggs this weekend. Super salty. Hello everyone. Armando Aureus.
Super salty.
President Biden did.
Oh yeah. By the way,
D
this one, there's
cherry
this
blossom.
story here as well,
Please remember if
which
Christine
is the story
says
about
it is true.
Trudeau and Castro. That's
Armando
Trudeau on the
Aureus.
left, Castro on the
The
right.
right wants you to believe that
And
not true.
Trump is repeating a
Butterface.
false
Daisy a drunk and
report
anybody
that Trudeau
supports
is
her is a low
Castro's son. That's bullshit.
You're
It was fake. It was a
Biden's
joke.
only skill is smelling hair.
Trump is joking about it.
Christine. Super salty. Black Wolf. Looks like I triggered the troll. Sorry, Tommy.
Hey, good for doing that. Good, I like it. Trolls are always around here. Trolls are welcome. I don't mind trolls if they don't dox in my channel. Like, don't dox me in my channel. Just have fun. Have fun. Say whatever you want. Bash
Sandy
Trump,
Foster.
bash Kamala,
If a
bash
felon
whoever you
can't
want.
vote, how can a
Everything
felon
is
be
allowed.
president?
Because I like to hear.
Alexandra.
I like an open channel
That Trump sure is a fun guy.
where we can hear
Lisa.
all sides.
Butterface, I agree.
Okay. All
Ewan.
sides.
Their SA rap song about Trudeau and Castro. Frank. Poor Black Wolf trying to be relevant. Drew Peanuts. Chat was moving too fast. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Cam, not sure why you're trying to trigger Daisy, she's not even here. Peter Burns. Biden the cadaver candidate. Butterface. LMAO Christine de blocking coward. Christine. Trolls don't like being blocked. Super
don't.
salty.
They don't
Hi,
like
Christine.
being blocked. In
D.
fact, they'll
hibiscus
troll you
cherry
more
blossom.
when you block them.
Obama has been running country for Biden's term. Lisa. Hi, Christine.
Alexandra,
Alexandra.
I don't always. I show
Tommy Tempered, do
mostly
you show all sides been playing
pro-Trump
any
type
pro-Kamala
stuff because
stuff
I'm
lately?
like, okay, you know,
Sandy
you have to be on
Foster.
one side of the fence or the other,
ABD,
and I'm
no one is
conservative,
trying
so
to
I'm going to be
Daisy. That's what
pro-conservative,
happened
but
last
I'm going to
night.
show
Lisa.
everything, but I'm not so much
Oh,
going to
Daisy
show
is here.
Kamala
She is
bashing
lurking.
Trump, right?
D. Hibiscus Cherry Blossom. Cam adores Daisy. Sandy Foster. Aha, Alexandra, not AQ chance.
But it goes to show you how
APS cat.
people use stuff, because here,
Daisy might
this
not
story
be
here is
but that
far
bird that
left
whispers in
lunatic,
her ear
right?
is
He says that he's the son of
Super
Fidel
salty.
Castro.
Trump
Trudeau.
2024.
He's not the son of Castro.
Frank.
Not at all.
Daisy is drunk
At all.
and
It's just a
passed out
fake
still.
It's a meme.
Butterface.
That's all it is a meme.
Stating
Because
facts,
he kind of
stating
looks a
triggering
bit like
somebody,
Castro.
and you
It's a
don't
meme,
have
that's
to be
all it
here
is.
for it.
But
Jeez.
Trump has actually jumped onto it, which is
Alexandra.
kind of funny.
Trump's just jealous he is an obese old fart. The Bud Files. Morning people.
Bud Files.
How much are the wrenches, Tommy? Sandy Foster.
How much is the wrench?
Daisy is having her breakfast here.
$100.
Peter Burns.
$100 will
dresses
do it.
like Daisy.
That'll buy you a wrench.
Alexandra. Oh, I thought
But Smooth
you said
Operator
you
did
liked
not
to
buy
show
a wrench,
both
by the way.
sides here,
Hey,
Tommy
Smooth
Temper.
Operator, by the way, the reason that I
Armando
made
Arias.
you a
Trump
wrench
is a
on my
criminal.
channel
He shouldn't
was
he
because
be
you were
able
such
to
a
run
good
for the
wrench on
presidency.
other people's channels. I
Bullets
watched what was
barbecue.
going on there. And of course, if
true,
you're a wrench,
Christine.
people will abuse you and put you
Edward
down
Cam.
and try and, you know,
Trump
take advantage of you.
136.
Whatever, troll you.
Acid reflow.
Which I see that, you know.
If you struggle with Judaism and want socialism,
But yeah,
there is a book
good,
you might want to read
mod
from
and a supporter of the channel,
1929 that
Smooth Operator.
documents one man's struggle with the same. She-Hawk. LOL Alexandra Nope. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Oh, Tommy. Alexandra. Trump spreading propaganda isn't funny, it's how the US has become so divided over the last few years. Christine.
I know.
Bullets they've eaten
I know.
blocked
If you're
for
a
months, and
politician,
it still
like really,
bothers them.
honestly, I didn't know about
Lisa.
that Trump, or not
Wrenches
the
are
Trump thing,
serious
but the
business to
Trudeau
some of these fools. It's
Castro
really
thing. I
weird.
just thought,
He
yeah, he
tried.
could be. He could be,
My
whatever,
wife
blah, blah,
says
blah.
I'm a wrench.
Because his wife was over
Christine.
there, but the timing was
Tommy, I
wrong.
can
If you
pay
look
you
into the
later for my
time
wrench
element
today.
of when old
Through
man
Phoenix.
Trudeau was in
Whoever is running Turtle
Cuba,
Island should be the next
timing
pres.
was not correct
Bullets
for
barbecue.
Justin to be
Say my block the
Castro's son. Okay,
Penelope
actually, it was
Peach.
Maggie.
Could I have a free wrench?
Trudeau's wife that
LOL,
was
not
in,
really, no
Cuba.
thanks. Sandy Foster. Tommy wants to give Rex and I wrenches, right, Tommy? Ah ha ha. D. Hibiscus Cherry Blossom.
I would, as a joke.
All trolls are blocked.
Temporary wrench is a joke. I
Sandy
would,
Foster.
just so everyone would see it
No,
and they
he
go, "What
can't
the
be
hell's
Tommy
going on
Taylor.
here?"
Smooth Operator. All you trolls pay your taxes.
Exactly.
Alexandra.
Pay
I don't
taxes.
block people.
Yeah,
I like
pay
to
more
see what they
taxes
have
because
to
you're
say.
voting for somebody that wants you to
Lisa,
pay more
Lisa.
taxes, trolls. Remember, the
Sandy, I
trolls
really
are usually
believe Tommy
the left
should.
side, right?
Smooth Operator.
Why is that?
Maggie S. Hard
You ever
Nuts.
notice that? Trolls are always
Miss
lefties.
Frosty,
Why
a
is that?
beautiful day.
On everybody's channel.
Like. Armando Arias. Biden is the best president in history, period. Trump is the worst according to historians. Biden is 14th. Check it out.
Really?
Sandy Foster.
I didn't know
Lisa,
that.
haha, I know. Frank. I need a wrench to see whiny Christine. Acid reflow.
Frank, you might get one.
Does anyone know if you can breed certain traits into animals?
You
Smooth
can.
Operator.
Oh, breed. Yeah, you
Liberalism
can
is a
breed
mental
certain traits.
disorder.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sandy Foster. Frank, she only talks about her chickens.
Liberalism.
Christine.
Yeah.
Tommy, pay you later for the wrench today. Alexandra.
Yeah,
Because
right.
all these channels are
No CODs.
RWNJs.
No CODs on the wrench.
Tide. Trolls don't have facts. Lisa.
Yeah, but you don't know. I talk to
Christine,
my
don't you
mods.
miss us?
Okay, some of my mods I talk to
She-Hawk.
behind the scenes. There are
Conservative
certain
or weird?
people that they talk about
Super
a lot
salty.
that they don't like, and they
Biden
ask me
can't
whether they want
possibly
me
be
to
the
ban
best
or
his own
want.
gang is
I want
kicking
them
him
to
out.
ban you. So
Acid reflow.
the mods definitely
Does that
want to
work on
ban way
humans
more
too?
than
I mean, we're
would like.
animals. Minkia. Tommy Temper, is it true Canada is outlawing bolt action rifles? Armando Arias.
I don't know
Trump
about
likes
that.
putting people
They're
down.
trying to outlaw a lot of different
D.
kind of
Hibiscus
weapons in
cherry
Canada,
blossom.
though. Absolutely. The Liberals
Troll
are like
Central is a mental hospital.
anti-gun in Canada.
Frank.
Just like the Dems.
Jersey Jen changed her name, that's cute. Drew Peanuts. Tommy, why is there a tan line on your face? Are you going orange?
It's because I am.
Foster.
It's because I wear sunglasses a lot
like
during the daytime, and I'm out on the lake there. Well, not so much on the lake, but
Frank,
at the lake
I see you
gazebo
on the
outside.
other channel, Christine, you hag.
So yeah,
No.
I guess I'm starting to look a
Christine
bit like
is broke, I'll pay you later. Alexandra. Trump is a 5th grade bully, nothing more childish.
Emotional mods, yeah.
Lisa. Tommy, sounds like you have chosen very emotional mods then. Super salty. I'm not on the want to ban people list.
No,
Sandy
you're okay,
Foster.
Salty. You have a wrench too.
Christine spent all her money for a bikini.
Super Salty.
She
Thanks for
hawk.
popping in here.
The difference between
By the way,
conservatives
I want to
and
thank
libs is research.
every one of you for coming into my channel here and saying hi.
Frank, what did she
Whether
change
you're
it to?
with me or not with me,
Armando
whether you're
Arias.
against me, I
Trump
like you.
paid
I like to hear what you
$700K
have
in
to say.
taxes to
I like a
China
bit of
and
pushback.
$700,000 in the US.
Pushback is good.
Christine.
Keeps you
Mo,
honest,
I can pay
you know.
a measly $100 if I chose to. Sandy Foster. I heard there are mod jobs on Daze's channel. Super salty. My pleasure. Alexandra.
Armando.
So true, She-Hawk.
Wow. That's a big difference. A break.
Edward
Finally.
Cam.
Uh-oh.
Trump defrauded the United States. He is a felon, not a patriot. Frank. You didn't
True, Edward
see the
Cam.
Phoenix up there,
He is
Lisa.
a felon, absolutely. You know, you can't deny
Acid
that.
reflow.
But he's also
so
a
if you can
patriot.
breed certain traits in animals, eugenics is real.
Remember, the way he was a felon, was it actually Trump that hid some things from the government or whatever?
Finger want to
did
take
some
over Daze's
improper
channel. It's very odd behavior.
filing of taxes and crap like
She-Hawk.
that. You know,
Trump
like those
is at
are,
best a liar.
in my mind, those are,
Dean Hibiscus Cherry Blossom.
I don't know what you'd call
Christine,
that.
did you block E?
But it's not like you're
Axel
intentionally
Rachel.
doing something wrong. But you,
No, Tommy,
you
hope
know,
you're good. Any streams on UK
filing taxes,
protests
it's really
do.
easy to make a mistake.
Frank.
Put it that way. Too many boxes
She
to
is the
check.
only one dumb enough to use that name.
And when you get other people to help you
Christine.
do your taxes, guess what?
Tommy, have a
Shit
great day.
happens.
Maybe be back later if interesting instead of full of trolls.
Exactly.
Sandy Foster.
You never know.
If Trump wins the election, can he pardon himself? Phoenix
He
Tide.
probably can, couldn't he?
If guns become illegal, I'll call them undocumented.
Yeah, he could do whatever he wants. I don't know if he can
Lisa.
do that. Interesting.
Frank, no, haha, guess it's better than a pirate.
Where's the pirate? Where's the red pirate? I haven't seen him live lately. Is he abandoned
She-Hawk.
YouTube? Is he like
Poor Christine.
you get turfed off of
Frank.
YouTube? What happened to Red Squirrel?
D blocks, then asks if had Christine blocked her.
Because I know
Edward Cam.
the DOA
It was a
ant
TA
is
box.
kind of
he
on the
misrepresented
run.
the value of his
at the moment.
properties for his own benefit.
He's running
Smooth
from
operator. Phoenix
Hollywood.
face green smiling. Sandy Foster. How embarrassing. Black Wolf. Wall signed a bill to have your children removed by the state if parents disagree to having their children castrated. He is a woke, anti-family, China-loving, power-hungry gov.
Black Wolf.
Lisa.
Black Wolf.
By
He's
Christine.
definitely woke. Absolutely. I think
Lisa
Tampon Tim
LMAO.
is probably more woke
Sandy
than
Foster.
Kamala.
Black Wolf got it for that.
Is what I'm thinking.
Miss Frosty, a beautiful
Kind of
day.
overview, looking at what
Frank
they're doing and
wrong,
talking
that
about.
SA
Dump
man
Trump in
talking
there.
in videos on that channel, LOL. Dump Trump. The only qualification to be a mod on Daisy S is that you're
I wish that
ARACIST.
Daisy would not use the N
Super
word
salty.
and not bring
Trump
out those
won't
racist
pardon himself.
tendencies.
Everything pending
honestly.
will be thrown out, some on appeal. D Hibiscus Cherry Blossom. Funny Christine blocked me. Armando Arias. Trump
Super
puts
salty.
down
Good
China
point.
and yet has well over 100 trademarks in China. Alexandra. Ha ha ha, Black Wolf, that sounds ridiculous. Peter Burns. Cam has been licking rectal thermometers again. Sandy Foster.
We're speaking of that.
How
Where's
embarrassing
Telescope?
to have a president that can't visit other countries because you have a criminal record. Frank. So we have two dummy SABD LOL. Christine. Dump Trump, you are correct. Sandy Foster. Alexandra Black Wolf is a joke. Frank.
No, he isn't.
Daisy
He's
is
actually
disgusting.
speaking the truth. I
Black
watched what
Wolf.
Black Wolf had to say.
Look,
He's
I triggered them
posting
again,
some
LOL.
info about
Alexandra.
Tampon Tim there.
What are Megas such babies? Christine. Daisy should be embarrassed for her drunken behavior. Armando
Christine,
Arias.
yeah, I know. You got to be
All
careful.
these facts about Trump, and yet the
Don't
Trumper
get
is
too
still
drunk when
Trump.
you're online.
That's why it's a cult. Frank. She is good people though, right?
You think the Trump
She-Hawk.
thing is a
Black
cult?
Wolf is a sheep. Dump Trump. That's not even the real Black Wolf.
No, it isn't. The real Black Wolf had 2 dots over the O. The at least the one that I knew, who was a truck driver. Black Wolf. If you remember him from whatever 3 years ago.
Black Wolf. I'm not real, LOL.
Well, you're
Drink
real,
peanuts.
but there's another Black Wolf
When
as
you
well.
drink and smoke as much as Daisy, you have brain damage. Alexandra. Mega definitely a cult. Peter Burns. I hope when Trump gets in he will sell Sandy Foster a brain. Super salty. Boy, everyone attacking someone that's not even in here. I must have missed a good bender.
Well,
Alexandra.
do they still offer
don't
lobotomies
even
at your
realize they are in
local
a cult.
hospital?
Black Wolf. They're so triggered.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Black Wolf, you're triggering them. You know, they don't like to hear negative stuff about their VP.
Frank. You can't damage a brain Daisy never had.
Frank! Should be a comedian. I like comedy.
Alexandra.
You know what? I like trolls
Saying
that
people
have a
are
bit of
triggered
comedy,
doesn't
that are
mean they were
comedians
triggered, ha, ha, ha.
that say stuff that's funny, you know? A little bit of fun is always good.
Armando Arias.
Say what you want to say with some fun in
Right,
it.
Drew.
So we have a little laugh. I like a laugh. Otherwise, I'll have to open up my dad's worst joke book here. Start telling jokes. Actually,
Sandy
I'll tell
Foster.
I'm going to open up
I
a
just
website
want to
here.
see some
Joke
links
website.
for all this
Dirty
misinformation
jokes.
Black Wolf is talking about.
Okay, we're going to
Dean
tell some dirty
Hibiscus Cherry
jokes here.
Blossom. I can no longer handle drunk streamers. Super salty. I don't hold a drunk person to too much of what they say. Usually they don't even remember what they said. Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa. The people who encourage Daisy's behavior are disgusting. Super salty. 2. Sandy Foster. Lisa and not doing her any favors. Miss Frosty, a beautiful day. Sandy, they are not a mod, and you know they can't drop links. Black Wolf. Try Google Sandy, it's amazing. Frank.
These jokes are pretty bad.
Daisy is always drunk salty. Sandy Foster. ABD easy to cut and paste the info though. Drew Peanuts. You get a free hard R card when you have brain damage. Dump Trump. Facts. Lisa, anyone who supports Daisy is disgusting. Christine. Super. Sometimes liquid courage comes out bigotry and racism is who Daisy is. Armando Arias. Sandy, you have to agree with Daisy, if not you're getting cussed out. Sandy
These jokes
Foster.
are too bad to tell.
Black Wolf, so there are
Every
none
one of them are
right.
bad.
Kurt Manley.
Hey, who do we support?
Sandy Foster gets her truth.
We support
from
the
Al
Union
Munson.
Jack. Union
Alexandra.
Jack.
Black Wolf, you are throwing BS out there to see what sticks. Black Wolf. I can't post links, sorry. She-Hawk. Black Wolf, try researching beyond Google. Sandy Foster. CKM and Sparky has an online affair, my. Miss Frosty, a beautiful day. Sandy, fortunately and unfortunately for you and all of us, PPL have their own opinions, and YT affords everyone the opportunity to state them. Super salty. Christine, I'm definitely against racism. Can't we all just get along?
That's
Sandy
right.
Foster.
Good point.
Nice save, Black Wolf. Armando Arias. Wow, breaking news, Sandy. Kurt Manley. Sandy, too dumb to realize only mods can post links.
Yeah,
Dump Trump.
you have to be a mod to post a
Sandy,
link.
stop with the fake stories.
Although you can post your own
Lisa,
link if you
Lisa.
type the word
Sandy,
link in
well,
my
it's
chat.
an
My
improvement
bot
from
will
Perf at
drop
least.
your link to your channel.
Sandy Foster.
So you're welcome
It's
to do
fake,
that.
really, I don't think so. Black Wolf. I find Tim Walz absolutely terrifying. He is anti-parent, anti-God, and anti-constitution. The Democrats have selected the most radical candidate in American history, and they didn't do it democratically. Armando Arias. They have to walk on eggshells in her chat. Sandy Foster. CKM and Sparky, nice couple.
Okay, so we have some
Edward Cam.
news in here.
Black
Donald
Wolf
Trump will
Uber
be doing
triggered.
a general news conference at
Trump.
2 o'clock at
Kurt IS
Mar-a-Lago.
and
That's the
TCKM, it's
Eastern
been
time.
proven.
So watch for that. Let's see, 2 o'clock. That would be 2. Anyways, a few hours coming up here.
Edward Cam.
So be watching for that.
Kurt is CKM Cicada Kurt Manlet.
I have to figure out why my audio goes funky when I swap
Super salty.
these around like
Maybe
this.
we should all just identify as one race, humans. Lisa.
It's kind of weird.
LOL.
Oh, hang on. Let's hear from our good friend
Sandy
Kamala.
I want to know if CKM is the guy with Sparky in that motel room.
Yeah.
Drew Peanuts.
Sparky and CKM.
Can I drop my
That's funny.
oath? Armando Arias.
Look,
Harris Waltz 2024 vote blue.
it's Kamala. She has something to say. Hang on. Let's see what she has to say here. Stand by. Let's back it up a bit.
It has to be about a goal of saying everybody should end up in the same place. And since we didn't start in the same place, some folks might need more. Equitable distribution. Giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the
Black
same
Wolf.
place.
Tim
So there's
Walz
a big
and
difference
Oh, yeah.
between equality
Hang on. Did she say not everyone starts out at the same
Super
place?
salty. I'm
Everyone
an alien.
starts out at the same place.
She-Hawk.
What a bunch of
Anyone
bullshit.
for anything before Trump 34.
First of all, think about what
Armando
you're going to say
Arias.
before you open your mouth.
Lies. Edward Cam. I hear DEI pulled the trigger.
I think,
Kurt
didn't
Manley. Sandy
Biden said
Foster
that
is spa.
she's a DEI hire,
D. Hibiscus
right?
cherry blossom.
She was
I don't vote
put in
based on
as
sex
vice
or
president
race.
because
Al Munson.
of her
Kurt
being,
not so
she's a
manly
woman
is
and
100%
a woman of
confirmed
color.
CKM.
Like DEI.
Armando
Is that
Arias.
why? Is that the only reason
No
that she
news
is where she is?
conference. Super salty. Take me to your leader.
Equality suggests often everybody should get the same thing.
Black Wolf.
You know, anyone that wears a
Tim Walz
mask
is
when there's
anti-parent.
nobody
She thinks
sitting
he is
anywhere
better
near
suited
them
to raise your children. Armando
is just
Arias.
a little bit off the
Trump
wall.
will spread
Just a
more
little.
lies at 2.
You know, come on. You're a vice president and you're giving a speech and
Cam.
you're going to have a mask on
Trump
there.
was a
That is the
DEI
most
candidate.
ridiculous thing ever.
Al
Well,
Munson.
that often assumes
Balls to
everybody
the
starts
walls.
Balls to the walls,
out in
yeah.
the same place. As opposed to equity, which is everyone should end up in the same place.
Yeah. So in other words, I work hard all my life and work like a bastard
Dump Trump.
every day of my life,
Bunch
never
of
on
lying
welfare,
buffoons.
never get any government funds for
Frank.
anything. And
Kurt replaces
I
Sable's
should end
tennis
up the
balls on
same
her Walker
as
Weekly.
the lazy son of a bitch that
ALS
sits on his
Journal
sofa
Farm.
or in his mom's basement on the
Balls
computer
to
and
the
doesn't
chin.
work a day in his life. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Equity is a great thing for
Sandy
you,
Foster.
but not for me, who's a
The
hard
law
worker.
about tampons does
And
not
if you then
specify
understand
which
not every-
bathroom, it's up to individual school districts to decide which bathrooms.
Everybody started out in the same place. You understand some people need more. So we all end up in the same
Okay,
place.
so what you do is you give people more that are lazy, and those people that are hardworking, you take more from them. Is that what you're trying to say? That's exactly what she's
Edward
trying to say.
Cam.
Right?
Tommy with the
We
logic
are proud of
fallacies.
the fact that equity
Super
is one
salty.
of our guiding principles.
This equity
I work 60
crap.
to 80 hours a
Why
week
is it?
IT.
You know, that's what I
Al
don't like
Munson.
about the Democrats and
Trump
the liberals.
was
This
firing
equity
JD
crap.
Vance at
It's
2
all
o'clock.
about equity. That everyone
Armando
is
Arias.
equal. You know what? We're
Trump
not
is
equal.
selling memberships to Mar-a-Lago
We
for
are
a
not
cool
equal.
million. If
Quit
you
trying to
purchase
say
the
that
membership,
I'm
you
equal
probably
with
will
somebody
have a
else that's
spot
not
in his
equal.
administration if he wins.
Equality is important, but not
Frank.
everybody starts out on the same
Tommy
base.
works as hard as Brett.
We see
Super
that
salty.
people in our country are
I
having
was
an
raised to pull
experience
my own weight.
that is not equal.
Edward Cam. JD Vance, I hear that guy likes to lay on the couch a little too much, if you know what I mean.
I think
Armando
equality
Arias.
is fallacy.
What a ridiculous thing to say and spread BS, Tommy.
I know. She wants equality for all, and it's a
Through
fallacy.
peanuts.
You know,
I like
what you
masks
work
they
for
make
is what you
women look
get. And
like
if you don't
sexy
work, and if
ninjas,
you don't want to
especially
work,
nurses.
well, then don't expect to get
Black
the same
Wolf.
as somebody else that's a hard worker.
Don't be
Simple as
fooled.
that.
Proof in the numbers. Harris Wall's ticket is anti-black, anti-Jew,
Why the hell should
anti-parents'
you know?
rights,
She
anti-safe
wants people
community,
to stop
and
working,
anti-America.
basically, with talk like that.
She-Hawk.
Stop working. No reason
Tommy,
for you to
you just
work
said we
because
all start
you're
out
going to
at
be
the
just
same
as
place,
equal.
which is it?
You'll have just as much money and
Bob
just as
Cox.
great of a life as somebody
Kamala
that works
S.
hard.
Violent
Just
rhetoric,
don't work.
ISNT, the best idea. Super salty. I get helping people that can't help themselves, not people who don't want to help themselves.
Exactly, Super.
Frank.
Because there's a big
Jerking off Dozy
contingency
Town
of society
salty.
out there that can
Peter
work and
Burns.
doesn't want to work.
Cam likes to get bent over the couch.
They're all around me.
Al Munson. Vance got caught rigorously banging Trump's Chase Lounger. Alexandra.
You know, a good
Black
example
Wolf,
of that
you're
would be like
ridiculous,
Red
LOL.
Squirrel. Red Squirrel
Edward Cam.
is capable
Tommy
of working.
trying to see how
right?
many logic
If he
fallacies
can get on the
fit
internet
in one
and talk
statement.
on his channel, well, he can have a job too. But when have I ever seen him with a job?
Armando Arias.
Practically never.
Harris and Waltz are filling up the universities and had so many people RSVP'd they had to do it outside. 50K people responded. Super salty. Frank, I'm working right now. Jenkins off would be way easier and fun. Drew Peanuts. Stop talking over our goddamn comments. Frank. LMAO salty. Al Munson. RIP Ped Red Pirates.
The problem is, though, is the only way for me to talk is to stop
Black
the
Wolf.
comments. So, and if I stop them, then I
Looks
miss
like
what
I
you have to
triggered
say.
another one.
So I don't know. I have to talk over once in a while. That's right, a Black Wolf. You
Edward
triggered me.
Cam. Black Wolf so defensive.
Okay, let's hear more from Kamala.
Edward Cam. No need to be so defensive, buddy. Frank. Riphead
About
Red
a goal
Pirate.
saying everybody should end up in the
Armando
same place.
Arias.
And since we didn't start
Yeah,
in the
where's
same
Red?
place,
Equality
some
comes
folks
in many
might
different
need
ways.
more. Equitable distribution. Giving resources based on equity, understanding that we fight for equality, but we also need to fight for equity, understanding not everyone starts out at the same place.
So there's a big
Yeah.
difference between equality and equity.
We all started out at the same place.
Equality suggests often everybody should get the same thing. Well, that often assumes everybody started out in the same place.
D. Hibiscus
As
cherry
opposed to
blossom.
equity.
A or do then
This
give
is
all
the-
your money away.
The worst talking
Phoenix
point ever.
Tide. I like my guns
Equity.
like Democrats like their voters undocumented. Frank. Hopefully in jail, Tommy. Bob Cox.
Exactly, Frank.
Tender flowers, those rainbow folk. Edward Cam. We don't all start out at the same place.
We do, Edward. We're all born. Okay, we start out as a little baby. We started at the same place.
D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. Get off your ass and work. Edward Cam.
Exactly.
We don't. Alexandra.
We don't work.
Kamala Walls 2024. She-Hawk. Black Wolf, you should be careful spreading misinformation. What's next? Black Wolf, that was false. You go Google it. That was a false statement from Megyn Kelly. We do not have that law in my state. Alexandra. Some people are born into wealth. Tommy Temper. Peter Burns. Cam starts out below the waist. Edward Cam.
True, Alexandra.
Some people are born with disabilities.
people are
that is
born
just
into
one
wealth.
of countless ways we.
But Every
Lisa.
person born
What will all
has
these
the
poor pirates
ability
do
to
without
do
little
with
man?
his own life as they please. And it's up to you
Bob
to do
Cox.
what will benefit you.
How you
And if you
lured out the
don't,
rotten clam.
well, don't blame other people. Don't try and say, I want what you have, and you worked hard for it, and I didn't work for it, but I still want the same thing as you. Some people are born with nothing and work hard all their life and end up with
That's
something.
not true, Tommy. Phoenix Tide. Weirdo Tim Walls put tampons in boys' bathrooms.
Yeah,
Alexandra.
that's what Tim Walls did.
Not true, Tommy Temper. Drew Peanuts. We all start out in a Vahaj birds and bees type she. Al Munson. Those babies should just get jobs to level the playing field. She-Hawk. There's more people on welfare
The ones that
in red
weren't born
states
into
rather
wealth
than
should
blue.
get jobs.
Armando Arias. Undocumented people can't vote, ding dong. Alexandra.
Yeah, but
People
apparently
with
you don't
mental
need
or
an ID to
physical
vote.
disabilities don't have the same opportunities. Frank. Lisa, they got new outs to hide among us.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. You probably do need some kind of ID to vote. But I think that some people want it really easy to vote. Other people, it's like, no, you can't vote
Alexandra.
unless you're a citizen.
Minorities don't have the same opportunities.
Yes, well, what do you mean the same opportunities? Hell, I see minority people opening up businesses all
Phoenix
the time.
Tide.
If you call that an opportunity.
Tim Walz supported
Opportunity would be
ISIS
to open a
members that
business.
put hits
Yeah,
on
but I thought you
non-Muslims.
guys don't want businesses. I thought the communists and the
Frank.
socialists and all those people,
Brett
they
can't
don't want
vote.
people to start businesses. They
Miss
want you to
Frosty,
work
a
for somebody
beautiful
else,
day.
like the government.
Many have accomplished great things in life and came from poor
You know.
families.
But we
Bob
can't
Cox.
all work for the government.
How
unless
was the
it's
ball
like,
game and cookout,
Russia or
She-Hawk?
something.
Phoenix Tide. Look it up. Bob Cox. Bang. Super salty. No ID for mail-in voting.
There you go. Super
Lisa,
salty. Yeah,
Lisa.
you said it right there.
Frank,
That
oh
is
for sure they do.
suspect.
Did I hear that Brenda and Pedred had a fallout? Christopher
Mail-in voting.
ATX.
Isn't that where all the
What SA black
fake
job?
votes might have come
Edward
from? Was
Cam.
the mail-in votes?
When more people come out to vote, Democrats win. Frank. Absolutely ABD. Butterface.
Yeah, I don't know. Which side do you think
Christine
is
was
more
Daisy's
apathetic
biggest
and not
supporter until
wanting to
Daisy
go out
cussed
and
her
vote?
out.
You
She
think it'd be
didn't
the
care
right or
about
the left
Daisy
side?
drunk driving. She-Hawk. Ball game and cookout where? D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. They are removing illegals from the voting lists.
Who am
How
I
did they
calling
get on there?
communist?
Alexandra. Who are you calling communist here, Tommy Temper? Armando Arias. Look how many chuds are getting disability or SS and yet hate to government Trump.
Well, the
and
left.
the right want
Okay,
to cut
let me
SS
explain
and
what
eventually
left
do
wing
away
is.
with it.
Left wing is communism,
They did, and she
socialism,
owns his channel, Lisa.
liberalism,
Edward Cam.
NDP-ism.
My mail-in vote was returned once because my
Democratism.
signature didn't match what they
They're
had
all
on
left.
record for me.
Left of central.
What s
Okay.
next?
It's just how far do
We
you want to
have a
go?
huge process for mail-in voting. Armando Arias. You do need an ID to vote. Phoenix Tide. When I die, don't let me vote Democrat.
Yeah, what do you need for a mail-in vote?
Bob Cox. Don't let the door hit you where the
Left wing is
flagpoles
communism.
split ya.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Armando
whole
Arias.
left wing came is on that side of the
Tommy,
fence.
you're
It's on the
repeating a lot
communist
of
side of the
lies.
fence.
She-Hawk.
Like, really?
Wrong.
Analyze it and you'll see.
Alexandra. Left wing
In
is
fact-
communism, ha 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 ha.
In fact,
Edward Cam.
in a lot of cases,
LOL, tell us more, Tommy. Alexandra.
that's where the communists are.
Democratism.
They're on that side of the fence.
Armando Arias.
Think
Minority
about
doesn't mean
it. Okay,
undocumented.
hang on. Let me cut you guys off for
hibiscus
half a
cherry
second because
blossom.
you guys need a little education
Armando,
here.
some states
Go
don't
to a
require
protest
ID.
someday,
Wait, see
okay?
the fuck up.
Hang on.
Armando
Let me
Arias.
cut this off for a second.
B-
Okay, I'm
BS
cutting off
Tommy,
speech
it's
for a
Trump
second.
and others working for Putin.
Okay, let me just say one thing here. I go to protests all the time, okay, and I see who stands with each other, okay? And the lefties all stand on one side of the police, and I'll tell you who they are. It's your communists, your Marxists, your socialists, your NDP, your LGBTQ, and your liberals, okay, and your Democrats. They're all on that side of the fence, all standing there, all in unison, right, against what I would call the right-wingers, the patriots. In Canada, it would be the Conservatives. In the States, it would be the Republicans. That's what I see. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are all, together, but you're absolutely on the same side of the fence, and you're all flag waving all together on that side of the fence. Now, that is the absolute truth. And I've seen that over and over and over and over. I've seen it in the States. I've seen it in Canada. And you can say that I'm wrong, but you can't say that what you see is not the truth. That's what's going on out there. And that's why I say, you guys don't like it when I say, I call you a communist or something, but I'm not, you may not be an actual communist, but you're definitely hanging on that side of the fence with those guys. And, whether you're wanting me to be more communist or whatever, I don't know, but that's pretty much what it equates to. Radical left, they think changing definitions makes it true.
Armando Arias. We don't education, I think you do. Butterface. Christine hangs anywhere they let her yammer on and on and on. She-Hawk. The megas on the other side of the fence are violent. Black Wolf. Tim Wall supports abortion until birth. Frank.
We don't want violence.
Tommy is a major communist. Alexandra.
No, I'm not.
Far-right politics or right-wing extremism is a spectrum of political thought that
I was
tends
around
to be
during the
radically
Cold
conservative,
War,
ultra-nationalist, and
so I know the difference
authoritarian.
between communism and
Armando Arias.
imperialism.
Phoenix Tide. If communism didn't believe in enslavement by forcing people to do things that they don't want to do, I'd be communist. Armando Arias. Communist SLOLOL. Edward Cam.
I actually
Tommy
witnessed
thinks his
communism
anecdotal
in the
experience is
sense where
representative
they
of the
didn't
world.
want people to leave their
Alexandra.
country, the communist country. So
Historically,
they searched my
far-right
vehicle
politics
to make
has been
sure
used
there
to
was not
describe the
a
experiences
person
of
hidden in the
fascism,
vehicle
Nazism.
trying to get out of the
Frank.
country, out of the communist
LMAO.
country.
She-Hawk.
Okay?
Black Wolf
Our
is a
countries
sheep,
over
ha, ha,
here,
ha.
they usually
D.
try and
Hibiscus
prevent
cherry
people from
blossom.
coming in the border.
Armando
Over there,
illegals
they
are
prevent
getting
people
driver's
from getting
license
out of the
and
country.
that can
That's
be
the
used
difference
to register
between
to vote.
imperialist
Hot
and a
face,
communist
hot face,
country.
hot face.
Or capitalist and
Alexandra.
communist.
Megas want a king. Butterface. I voting for my wallet. Alexandra. They all do Edward Cam.
Butterface,
They're
good
not
point.
that smart.
Who's going to put more money in your
Hawk,
wallet?
hawk.
Trump?
Christine should
Kamala?
go back to the Doe show. It will save her money.
Socialist
Summer
Kamala.
is only friends with her cause she is a
Who
paid
wants
pig.
more taxes from
Frank.
you to pay for more socialism?
I'm voting for Minnie Mouse. Black Wolf.
It's not rocket science
Tim
here,
Wall
people.
started a coveted
Grab
snitch
a
line
brain.
so neighbors could tattle on neighbors. Nuts and crackers. Cackling commie is going down. Super
Cackling
salty.
Kamala.
Troy.
She stopped doing that
Looks
now.
like the
People have
system of
pointed that
government
out
is
to her, and you'll
working well.
notice
The
that in
division is
her
strong as ever,
speeches, she's
SMH.
not cackling like she used to.
Alexandra. They all
She knows
say
that
they
that's
want
bad.
freedom but will vote for a supreme authoritarian. Ha ha ha. Bob Cox. The squad has collapsed. Big losses. Edward Cam. LOL Black Wolf. Phoenix Tide. Illegals are risking lives to escape communism and escape socialism.
That's true.
Butterface. Kamala has done nothing good for anybody. Peter Burns. She is already on her knees. Black
That's funny
Wolf.
how that works, eh?
Why do facts trigger liberals so bad? Frank. Maybe
Why
he
are
has
people
a
trying to
much
get
better
into the
sailor than
United
Brett.
States and Canada?
Bob
Because they're
Cox.
capitalist countries
The
that
wall, the
offer
rat.
you a better life. Simple. Which better? Where's your better life? Under capitalism
Cam.
or under
Why are
communism
you
and
so
socialism?
defensive, Black
Where's your
Wolf?
better life? Really?
Lisa,
Why
Lisa.
are people not
Frank
trying to get
LMAO.
in so hard
Cowboys
into
panel.
Russia?
Hello, Tommy
Right?
and
Or
chatters.
into China? Why aren't they beating the doors down to get into China, the communist country? Why?
Phoenix Tide. Illegals hate communism and socialism. They experienced it.
Exactly. They want to get out of it. Like your
Drew Peanuts.
Venezuela, your China.
I am from
your,
Romania. Communism
Russia,
has worked
all
well
over the
for
place.
us. We not into that North Korea type shit. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Troy, exactly. Black Wolf. Tim Walz
Communism
let the
never
largest
works well.
city in his state burn to the ground, ruining the livelihood and homes of his constituents. Frank.
Exactly.
Tommy, can
yeah.
I get $50 to buy a wrench?
The
Troy.
BLM riots.
Wall stolen valor. The receipt
Frank,
stack is huge.
You never know.
Nuts
If you donate
and
$50,
crackers.
you might get a
Brett
wrench.
is so confused he keeps weighing the anchor and it's still 150 pounds every time. Troy. Ms. Frosty.
Remember, I'm a capitalist, so capitalists deal with money and advantages.
Black Wolf. Tim Walz
In other words,
abandoned
this is
his
not a
first lie
socialist
about his
channel
rank,
here.
stolen valor, and now
We're not
lies
going to
about
give you
what he
anything
did.
for your
Edward
sob
LOL
crying in
nuts.
your Rice Krispies or something there, okay? Send me 50
Frank.
and I'll send it back.
Okay, send me 50
Actually, I do
and
that.
I'll send it back, Tommy.
If you're from some other channel
Alexandra.
where you have
you
a donate
start off
button,
poor
and if
Tommy
you donate
Temper?
to my channel, I'll
Bob
go over to your
Cox.
channel and I'll donate back
If
over
Kamala
into your
keeps
channel.
chanting
Like
for
it's sort of a
civil war,
tit for
it won't
tat
end
thing
well
that
for
people with
them.
channels do.
Nuts and crackers. ABD will fix him. Edward Cam. Shooting
Yeah, where's
TV
Brett?
hard to
Must be
prosecute him,
working
then
today.
Black Wolf. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. We'll never see change in this country with everyone so distracted, diverted, and even more importantly divided and fighting one another. She-Hawk.
That's true.
Sounds more like the far right. Frank. LOL nuts. Frank. LMAO. Dachshund Grandma Israeli. Hello all, sorry I'm late. Peter Burns. Tampon Timmy polished pepperoni in Italy. Black
I get
Wolf.
you, Peter.
Kamala S. record supports that she is indeed a modern-day communist.
But you know what?
Her Senate voting
Tampon
record
Tim,
is far left of
he
Bernie
somehow is
Sanders,
saying something
self-proclaimed
about
socialist.
Doing a
The
tour
Robert
in
Escobar show. He's boat
Afghanistan, where
shopping.
he's insinuating that he actually
Alexandra.
toured or went to
Did you
Afghanistan,
start off poor Tommy Temper?
which is
Cowboys
untrue.
panel. Tit and tat LOL. Frank. He is scavenging for wood to build a boat. Edward Cam. Harris Walls may not be perfect, but neither are convicted felons. Frank. LOL Robert.
Exactly, Cam. Maybe they cancel
Nuts
each
and
other out.
crackers. Best time to buy a boat is high tide, not when you are high Brett. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Robbie, you're just as bad as the trolls, LOL. Butterface.
I'll give you a tip.
Tampon Tim
Don't
is
stand up
stolen
in a
valor.
canoe.
Phoenix Tide. Interesting how communists hate freedom and yet communists use it. Why don't communists practice what they preach?
Exactly.
Alexandra. I'm starting to think Tommy Temper didn't he start off poor but was likely born into wealth.
I was
Frank.
not born into wealth.
You
No, I
love
was
it,
not.
ABD.
My family was a average family. You know, my dad worked, my mom stayed at home. It was just an average family. My dad didn't have a high-paying job, and we just lived, you know, paycheck to paycheck. Wasn't an extravagant
Alexandra.
lifestyle at all.
Calling people communists doesn't he make them communist? Phoenix Tide. Jeff Ross Adventures. Hey, 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 how is it hanging?
Jeff Ross, hey, good to see you. Make sure you drop a link to your channel there, Jeff. Check out Jeff's channel. You need more watchers over there. I like your channel. I like your boat stuff there. Speaking of boats, Jeff Ross does have a boat, by the way. I hope everyone knows that. Maybe ABD and Brett can work a deal on the boat there. Get them to
Bob Cox.
lease the boat out.
Kamala is a sack of potatoes without her
You guys have to
cocktail
go
of
grab,
prescription uppers and downers.
crab fishing, though, if you
hibiscus cherry blossom.
get on his boat.
Tommy, your title says riots.
Yeah, I know.
Nuts and crackers.
Well, I didn't even go out to find anything on the riot part of it here yet.
No dinero.
Hang on.
Super salty. Jeff Ross. Dachshund grandma Israeli. I grew up on government cheese. Jeff Ross Adventures. They are doing a write-up on my boat. Frank. Jeff Brett needs help with a boat, dude. Super salty. Lobster S. Jeff Ross Adventures. It's going to be in the news. Jeff Ross Adventures. Super salt.
Okay, you want riots?
Linda
We got
Lou.
riots.
Hi,
There we
Tommy. Nuts and crackers. Dachshund government cheese was best American. Jeff Ross Adventures. My
Remember they used
boat's
to give
kind
out
of big,
cheese?
Frank.
Welfare
Bob
cheese.
Cox. The riot is the Democrats in chat melding.
What is
Knocker.
that? Smash fascism and
Afternoon
racism.
Tommy and chat. Linda
Let's see.
Lou. Stolen Valor Tim Myers. Armando Reyes. It is the right telling lies and putting us in this fighting stance. Democrats want to get along. We just speak facts, real facts, not Alex Jones facts.
And we need to call them
Linda
folks
Lou.
and get rid of them all.
Hi, door knocker.
This is
This
anti-fascist.
does not look like a roller
I want to say
coaster.
thank you all. I've been a little
Cowboy
bit down.
channel.
And
That is Seasoned Street Dude.
free,
Bob Cox.
free.
Although most aren't even in the U.S.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Exactly, Armando Arias. Door knocker. Linda Lou, hey lady. Frank. Daisy still has government cheese. Linda Lou.
Government
Commie
cheese,
Kamala
yeah.
is ruining this country.
We didn't have that in Canada. That was an
Alexandra.
American thing.
All megas have his lies and propaganda. Black Wolf. Harris Wall's most anti-parent ticket ever, Google it. Edward Cam. Melting like Daisy in July 13th. Bob Cox. OMG, I want government cheese was the best ever. Alexandra. How Linda Lou, I thought she doesn't do anything.
Okay, so this is Free Palestine protest over in Japan.
Edward
Things
Cam.
are actually even happening over in
Melting like
Japan,
Daisy
believe it or
in
not.
July 13th. Linda Lou. Alexander, her radical views. Drew Peanuts. White people that ate government cheese always ended up looking exactly like FRYTV. Frank. Of course you did, coxless LOL. Dachshund grandma Israeli. Government cheese was good. Peter Burns. Bob check with Al Munson. Black Wolf. Tampon Tim is a radical Marxist taking away parents' rights, defunding the police, open borders, pro-criminals, anti-victims. He let his city be looted, burned down. Butterface.
Yeah. I don't,
Daisy
you know,
cheat in
I
the
would agree with
government
that.
with fake disability.
A
You
lot of
could
what you're
tell
saying there
that
is
last
true.
night. Linda Lou. Alexandra. D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. Funny how drunk streamers attack viewers.
Tampon Tim has got
Bob
a lot of
Cox.
baggage with him there, you know.
Wax wrap, the peanut butter was good tie. Cowboys panel. No kiddo. Alexandra. You mean you were making that up, Linda Lou? Linda Lou. Look at JD, he was poor and he SAVP, so that bullshit she says is all lies. Super salty. They should be chanting free hostages. Frank. We knew the mega folk are poor, but good grief. Armando Arias. For example, this ridiculous thing about Tim Waltz being accused of stolen valor, it's absurd, Tommy, and you're spreading lies. You've become a puppet for the right and never fact check. Alexandra.
Well, what do you want to, you know,
Waltz
like,
has
okay,
very little to no baggage.
you guys know what's going on. You've
Linda Lou.
investigated the stories.
Alexandra,
the
you
stolen
don't
valor
understand
thing.
then.
You know, we could
She-Hulk.
go over the whole thing.
Black Wolf. Then why did Trump 34 praise Tim for a job done well?
Actually, I have
Linda
looked
Lou.
into the stolen valor thing.
English.
And the problem with Tim is that he has because he's a governor, right? Governor. So he's had all this stuff exposed about him, like long before he
Valor BTW.
was put into the
Linda
VP
Lou.
position.
Tim Delay
And
about his record.
there's lots of stories out there
Cowboys
over
panel.
the so-called
We know.
stolen valor. And the
Drew
stolen
Phoenix.
valor, I think that
Free
term
hostages
is
doesn't RYHM.
be used in the sense that
Alexandra.
he
I asked
made
you
it
how
seem
TS
as if
ruining
he
everything, Linda Lou,
actually
and you
was
didn't. He
deployed
explained.
in Afghanistan.
Bob Cox.
Okay, and I've heard the stories
Tampon
on it
Tim
already.
uses DIP's tampons
And that's
in
where the
vodka
stolen
like
valor
Tella.
is coming from. He
Edward
never went to
Cam.
Afghanistan, but yet
Cry harder,
there's all
Black
kind of
Wolf.
stories and things, publicity and stuff
Munson.
that he put out,
Trump's
making it
aspiring dance
seem
at 2
like he
p.m.
was in Afghanistan when he
Phoenix
really
Tide.
wasn't. He was using
The
word
F in
salad.
communism stands for food.
He used word salad to
Peter
make it
Birds.
look like he was
Tampon
deployed
Timmy
or
is
had
being
somehow
exposed by
spent
troops
time
from his own
or
battalion.
gone with his boys and whatever.
Butterface.
But in fact, his
LMFAO, anybody voting for Kamala is brainwashed.
his group
Just
ended
look
up
at the
going
facts
there,
on
but
her
he ended
SMH.
up
Alexandra.
retiring.
Lots of stories
You know,
out
and you
there.
can say,
Ha,
well,
ha,
maybe
ha.
it was an opportune time to
Frank.
retire or whatever.
I have a certificate in
Who knows?
fact checking from the internet. I just don't care anymore. LMAO. Super salty. Why tampons in men's restrooms?
But no, I don't want
Linda Lou.
to put out any false
Alexandra, I said
information
her
at all.
radical views, so STFU.
So, but you know, everything I'm
Alexandra.
saying is stuff that I've seen on the internet,
Ha, ha, ha.
and
She
you know,
ha.
that's the whole problem is
You
you
got
can't
that
believe
right,
every
Tommy
single thing that you
stories.
see on the internet. That, you know,
Edward
that's true.
Cam.
But because he
Vance
was
the
governor,
Couchker.
all this stuff about him came out
Alexandra.
a long time ago, not right
views are
now,
ruining
and
the
it's just
country,
being
sure.
regurgitated here now.
Linda
So the
Lou.
stolen valor and
I
everything
believe the
about
man
him
who
that
took Tim's
happened or
job.
whatever has all
Frank.
been exposed
Salty, those are large
long time
earplugs.
ago, and
We
now
even
it's
give
just
them
being
headaches
regurgitated
sometimes.
again.
Nuts and crackers. Al Munson likes to wear his man pond in his butt cheeks. Peter Burns. Cam has a bisectional couch. Troy. The stolen valor is not only about his deployment, it's about his claims of his rank. He claimed BTW. Armando Arias. If you're running for president or VP, your life is turned inside out. It's not true. Linda and Tommy and other Trumpers. Al Munson. No wonder why J.D. Vance's mother sold him for a perk 30.
Government
Black
cheese
Wolf.
is free.
Absolutely loving how every veteran politician is exposing Waltz for stolen valor.
That's right.
Alexandra.
That's what I'm
Cherry
seeing.
pick stories. Tommy Temper never
You may not
fact
like
check.
that, but it's out there,
Butterface.
and it's not
Walt
false.
thinks borders should be open and boys need tampons.
If if the stolen
Linda
valor
Lou.
thing was false, people would
Troy
be getting
High,
strikes
and
all
thanks
over the
you.
place for false
Armando
information.
Arias.
But there's no
You
false
like government
information
cheese
strikes
because
happening.
It's free. Troy. Linda Lou. She-Hawk.
Like what happened
Ha,
on
ha, ha,
Facebook?
ha,
I got
Frank.
a post
LMAO
taken
Al.
down. What was it about
Bob
now?
Cox. Well, the men of the rainbow community use tampons to absorb, you know. Edward Cam. What's worse, a vet lying about their rank or a shin splint draft dodger? Phoenix Tide. The F in communism stands for food. Armando Arias. Yup, Alexandria.
Well, the other
Edward
thing
Cam.
is that
Trump called dead
Tampon
veteran
Tim also
suckers.
said that he's a coach.
Linda Lou.
He was
Troy,
never
it's like talking to a wall.
the coach, like the
Troy.
head coach of
LOL.
any team ever
Black
in
Wolf.
high school or wherever he was a teacher.
Walls is not
He
a
was
retired
never a
command
head
sergeant
coach.
major. He
was
used his
always
rank throughout his
a
career for
sub
political
coach,
gain, the very
like
definition of
somebody
stolen valor.
operating under the coach.
Bird.
But yet he's out there going, "Oh,
Tommy
I was
is
a
that what
coach,"
he's on our plate.
Oh yeah, you're a leader, all right.
Linda Lou.
It's like
I
little
punched
things
my
like
wall,
that
LOL.
that are being fact checked.
Frank. Walls are very understanding.
like-
Linda Lou.
It's like
Linda
Tim
Lou.
appears to use word salad
here,
to make
LOL,
himself
hi,
appear
friend.
to be a bigger,
This
better
toasty
person
is
than he
beautiful
actually
day.
is. And that's what
Vets
people
or
don't
anyone
like.
currently serving or families of vets or PPL currently serving take stolen valor very seriously, as they should. Alexandra. By 2005, Tim Walz had logged 24 years with the Army National Guard and earned the rank of Command Sergeant Major, the highest enlisted rank for his unit, and one with considerable responsibility. Frank.
That's correct.
That's not very nice. Linda Lou, LOL. She-Hawk. Facebook, dig deeper for facts, LOL. Armando Arias. Troy, can you share that about stolen valor? Butterface. Americans don't want a radical prez and VP. Frank. Hello, Linda Lou,
Yeah, but
LOL.
Al, look at,
Linda Lou.
What
OMG,
was he
here.
partially responsible for
Hibiscus cherry blossom.
what was happening in his
Was Biden a
state
draft dodger?
during the BLM riots?
Troy.
By whatever
Research
he did,
it or don't.
you know, like
Black
people are
Wolf.
coming out with that too.
Yes, D. Frank. Facebook has fact checkers in daycare. LOL. Nuts and crackers. Tommy Temper, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a wrench today. Armando Arias.
I'll sell you a burger.
Facts,
How about
Alexandria. She-Hawk.
that? A wimpy
Little
burger.
versus Bigley. Black Wolf. 5 times. Sassy Sweet OK. Oh, we are talking about Tampon Tim, got it. Al Munson.
Tampon Tim, yeah.
Balls to the walls, got M triggered. LOL. Armando Arias.
Balls to the
Stolen
walls.
valor is
That's
BS.
Munson's favorite. Hey,
Frank.
Munson, why didn't you
And
go
votes
on that
I
guy's
prefer the
program
vote
there
conversion
today when
Brett
he asked you to
needs us.
phone in? Why didn't you phone into
Bob
his program
Cox.
there so he could debate you?
Yet common strategy the left uses to prey on the uneducated.
Your,
Armando Arias.
whoever that dude was there.
Put it in the chat. Phoenix Tide. We can talk all day, but
Nuts
what
is
evidence
okay.
exists
We're-
that Kamala will do her
Nuts
job?
and I are buddies. We're like,
D. Hibiscus cherry
we're,
blossom.
you know, we're on the same side of the
Joe
fence
Biden
here.
received 5 draft
And we made an
deferments
agreement
from
a long
the
time ago
Vietnam
not
War.
to attack each other.
Butterface. Fact, in 2020 Kamala was for banning fracking and a mandatory gun buyback. Now she denying it. Dems need do actual research. SMH, stop believing the biased media. She-Hawk.
Yeah, the Democrats are
forget
definitely
January
against
6th.
fracking.
Armando
They wanna
Arias.
keep all the oil in the
Hearing
ground and
stories and seeing facts are 3
put up
different
windmills
things.
and
Peter
stuff
Burns.
like that.
Tampon Timmy never achieved rank of command SGT Major. Troy. I was coder of an Army NCO school. I could explain what it's about, but not enough characters available on here. Frank.
Okay. I'll be right back in a
I
bit.
suppose you could
Stand
vote
by.
Dr. Shiva. LOL. Nuts and crackers. Balls to the walls is Al Munson's favorite position at the glory hole. Linda Lou. Killing a 9-month-old baby, that's okay with lying Tim and commie Kamala. Alexandra. Walls would have carried a gun during his service when the U.S. was at war following the 9/11 terror attacks, including a deployment to Italy in 2003 in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Al Munson. Tommy just shitting on nuts. LOL. Phoenix Tide. All BJ aside, what evidence exists that Harris can do a job? Butterface. Tampon Tim ain't triggering nothing. LMAO, y'all still got TDS. Black Wolf. Walls is not a retired command sergeant major. He has used this rank throughout his career for political gain, the very definition of stolen valor. Armando Arias. Trump's the one whose circle talks half the time. He doesn't make any sense. Bob Cox. 7/13/9/11, never forget what Democrats did. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Frank or Dr. Jill Stein? Frank. I think Chrissy and Daisy are still passed out drunk. Troy. He got dropped down to Master Sergeant E8. Armando Arias. We all should have trusted resources. Frank. LOLABD. Nuts and crackers. Al Tommy is a heartbreaker. Alexandra. Cry harder, Black Wolf, ha ha ha. D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. Joe Biden received 5 draft deferments from the Vietnam War. Linda Lou. Benny Johnson S. got all the dirt on Tim. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. What's wrong with her, Frank? She's a very qualified candidate. Troy. He never had a command either. Peter Burns. The only thing Walls carried in Italy was a case of tampons. Frank. I will have Daisy show you her boobs for a wrench, Tommy. Armando Arias. Links. Bob Cox. The Democrats' misinformation campaign is a failure. Armando Arias. Troy, links please. Christy B. Honeybee. Tommy are using Botox. Alexandra. Are you a veteran, Bob Cox? Bob Cox. No. Alexandra. Is Trump a veteran? Linda Lou. Bob, don't answer her. Black Wolf. Tim Wall's stolen valor was exposed by Command Sergeant Major Paul Hare of MN Nat Guard. Alexandra. Ha ha ha, Linda Lou. Christy B. Honeybee. Tommy, your eyes are pulled back like Kenny Rogers. Frank. I didn't say there was anything wrong with them, but imagine agreeing with Brett, LOL. Linda Lou. Black Wolf, thank you. Butterface. No doubt about it, Dems just weird. Alexandra. Black Wolf is full of crap. K Gaming. Hi Tommy. Bob Cox. It doesn't matter, I know they are desperately digging. She-Hawk. The ignorance is astounding. Black Wolf. Triggered LOL. Black Wolf. Alex. Linda Lou. Hi K9 smiling face with hearts. Linda Lou. I need more. K Gaming. Hi Linda. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Frank, so you wouldn't vote for either of them to keep from agreeing with Brett, LOL, that SFKD up. Christy B. Honeybee. Hey there K9. K Gaming. Hi Chrissy. Alexandra. Vance is a former Marine who served in Iraq but wrote in his memoir that he was lucky to escape any real fighting. Phoenix Tide. If DEI was a good thing, then why do people look down on FEI hires? Black Wolf. Waltz lied about his military service stolen valor. K Gaming. Christy. Linda Lou. Hitler said say the lie enough and people will believe it. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Hi K9. K Gaming. Hi ABD. Colette. Sorry Tommy Temper, I had a phone call so I am back. Tomkinus flag person Turkuz waving. Alexandra. All these major right-wing nut jobs grasping.
Yeah, you're right, Telescope.
Ha ha ha.
It's the same thing in Canada.
K Gaming.
Any kind of a smaller party, other than the big two,
Christy B. Honeybee.
doesn't stand a chance
LOL.
of getting in.
Sandy Foster.
So it's easy to say,
Wasn't Walls
don't
National
vote right
Guard
or
unit
left,
deployed
but if you
2
vote
months
anything
after
else,
he
it's not going to
retired?
really make any difference,
Colette.
both in the States
Hey
and
there
in Canada.
K9 Gaming face blue smiling person Turquoise waving
Got to vote
face
for the
red
big
heart
two
shape.
parties, one of the two.
Bob Cox. Heightened terror alert for Americans thanks to Kamala's violent rhetoric. Telescope. ABD still doesn't understand that a third party doesn't have a chance of winning in the United States.
That's right, Telescope.
Lisa.
I would agree
Here
with that.
come all of them Daisy supporters now.
I know,
Must have just left
some
Discord.
people say, well,
Linda Lou.
right wing,
Tim
left
ran
wing,
like a dog.
same bird.
Sandy Foster.
Got to change the system.
Lisa, they got
Okay, yeah,
fresh
but how do you
orders.
do that?
Black
you do
Wolf. Walls
So-
lied about serving in a combat zone. Stolen valor is a federal crime. Will he be
Until-
prosecuted?
Until you
Sassy sweet okay. Do your own
can come
research
up with
and
a
vote
better
for who
party
you want, period. It's not
with
that
a
difficult,
big
period.
push that has even a chance
Sandy
of getting
Foster.
in, all you can really
Let's
do is
talk
vote for
bones
one of
first.
the
Wanna
two
do
big
that.
parties and pick the best
Drew
of the
Peanuts.
two. Whichever
I
one
am
you
a
think
peanuts
is the
farmer.
best.
I need some new peanuts pumps to sort through this load.
And in Canada,
Frank.
it's liberal or
I have not
conservative.
looked into them ABD. They are
or,
all bums.
federal.
Honestly, they all do it for the money and you people buy into it. However, from what I have seen, Dr. Shiva is not a good person. Sandy Foster. Black Wolf, such misinformation. Colette. Face fuchsia white eyes, really Bob Cox. Ms. Frosty, a beautiful day. Telescope BCPPL only want to vote same crap, red or blue. Frank. Tommy, I will have Daisy show you her boobs for a wrench. Alexandra. Grab
I've
that
already
phone
seen
and
her,
run with it. Black Wolf, ha ha ha,
with the
RWNJ.
black tape on her nipples
Butterface.
there.
Let's talk banning fracking and mandatory
Next
gun
tape.
buybacks. Frank. Big ups. Telescope. You can easily vote for them, but will a third-party candidate win? Nope. Sandy Foster.
Well, that's just it. There might be a
Explain how
third-party
Walls could be
candidate out
deployed
there
if he was
that you might
retired.
vote for him, but they're not going to
Nuts
get enough
and
of
crackers.
the vote.
Sandy, nobody wants to hear about your bone spurs. Black Wolf. Tampon Timmy is stolen valor. Peter Burns. Sandy Foster wants to discuss splinters and stainless wood screws. Sandy Foster. Anyone explain that black wolf? She-Hawk. I wonder why you quote a full-blown Nazi. Linda Lou. Telescope right. Armando Arias. LOL Sandy. Sassy sweet okay. Troy, can you see me? Chill pill. Hey there Tommy Temper GTSY. Colette.
Good to see you.
Howdy do there Peter Burns Tomkinus flag face blue smiling person turquoise waving.
Should I, when
Alexandra.
I leave, should I just leave this running?
Kamala's violent rhetoric ha
Like
ha
you guys
ha.
want this running all day?
Butterface. Explain how Kamala was for banning
Or should I,
fracking and
shut down
mandatory
my
gun
stream when I leave?
buybacks in 2020 but now she not. Frank. I want a stainless fridge, they are nice. Linda Lou. Because Kamala and Tim are Nazis. Black Wolf. Stolen valor doesn't sit well with veterans, something you wouldn't understand. She-Hawk. Drew Peanuts. I still believe Kanye can win the third party, keep the faith. Alexandra. Another lie. Linda Lou. Roy Stalin. Why this stream so elite?
Okay,
Bob
I'll leave
Cox.
it up. But the problem
The
with this
firebug must be off today.
voice, text to
Frank.
voice, text to
Are they
chat,
bling Linda Lou?
is that
Sandy
it'll
Foster.
run for a certain length of
Black
time
Wolf,
and then
how
it will,
can you be deployed if you are
crap
retired? Frank.
like I think it runs for about
Blind.
an hour and then you got to reset it.
Peter Burns. Al Munson wants stainless white beaters. K Gaming.
Stainless.
Hi Bob. Linda Lou. Frank LOL. Alexandra. Linda Lou
Birdie.
likes to spread it just like Black Wolf. Bob Cox. Hey K9. Frank. Peter SMH LOL. Armando Arias.
Birdie.
The right has to find something on walls or make something up that's how the right rolls.
That's because when you get spammed, you get timed out
Click.
there, Birdie.
We have one with freezer on one side. Frank.
So don't spam the
Sandy
voice chat.
Foster. Daisy must be up any time now. Trump is going live.
Where's Daisy?
Darlene.
She usually comes in here. She must not
Waltz
be awake
was
yet.
in a position to be notified in advance of upcoming deployment of his platoon before the troops and skipped out. Linda Lou.
Colette says I missed it too.
Alexandra is a trans, I bet. Christy B. Honeybee. I hear the only reason why that Kennedy never really got nowhere because most his family are friends with the Bidens, like Christmas party friends, and mad at him for running.
Ah,
Sandy Foster.
that's what the
Darlene,
Kennedy
and
thing
was
is
he
about.
notified?
I think they're more Democrat.
Drew Peanuts. Tommy, you know what the Black Tape Project is, right? Black
Yeah,
Wolf.
I certainly do. I've seen
Stolen
the videos.
valor is disgusting.
The women with
Alexandra.
the black tape.
I have
That's
to give
all
this
they have
chat an
on
A
is the
in
black
making
tape.
shit up.
For
Tommy
gosh
Temper
sakes.
fun stuff. Peter Burns. Colette. Sandy Foster. Fake bone spurs are disgusting. Frank. I think I want the drawer freezer. Colette. D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. Trump speaks in 5 minutes. Super
Oh,
salty.
is Trump speaking?
If you don't like the choices, don't vote.
Ooh, maybe we'll put him on here. Hang on, let me
Armando
look for him.
Arias.
Hang on.
No, Darlene. Linda Lou. Evil in this chat, whoa.
Hang
Bob
on, we'll
Cox.
pick up Trump here.
For sure, Linda Lou, all the experimental meds made them
talk over
unhinged. Armando Arias. Gotta vote. Sandy Foster. Bob Cox was too scared of Daisy to get up on her panel. Bertie. Yup. Frank. Bone spurs could be like a defense mechanism. Alexandra. Pretending 24 years of service isn't legit. Megas are so funny. Drew Peanuts. Vote for shutdown. Bob Cox. They all show up to spread their liberal nonsense. Linda Lou. Leave it up, Tommy. Colette.
Okay, I'll
That
leave
is
it
nice
up.
too, but we purchase one to a cow every now and then and need the extra space. Frank. Sandy Foster. Wow, Tim served 24 years, that's amazing. Sandy Foster. How long did Trump or Vance serve? She-Hawk. Black Wolf, what I do understand is you do not do research and you spread misinformation. Butterface. Brainwashing and denial is disgusting. Troy. I've been listening, not reading chat. I heard my name but didn't see who was asking me something. Birdie. Keep the stream going, just get rid of the flip-flop and mods. Sandy Foster. She-Hawk because he's fake just like his misinformation. Phoenix Tide. Tommy, can you change the voice to a black guy like Chris Rock? Peter Burns. Sandy, how many
Chris
years
Rock.
were you in the Luftwaffe?
There is no selection
Armando
for
Arias.
a black voice.
Sandy, he had damage to his hearing. Frank. Colette, we have a stand-up freezer in the basement. Drew Peanuts. Leaving TTS unattended is irresponsible. Sandy Foster. Troy, go wake Daisy up, Trump is going live. Alexandra. Yes, how many years of service for Trump? LOL. Phoenix Tide. Chris Rock directs my GPS. Sandy Foster. Oh right, gotcha. Colette. I missed it too, Troy, sorry.
Oh, I don't know
Chill
about
pill.
Trump being live
Shit.
right now. This is what I'm
Hey,
coming up
gaming.
with here.
Hi, Troy.
I've got this,
Troy.
which is showing Trump
Correct.
live in
Black Wolf.
32
I'll
hours.
see you next time, and again I apologize for triggering the trolls. Troy.
August 9th.
K9. Frank.
So this is what
LOL
I'm
Sandy.
finding here on his site.
Colette. Very nice, Frank. Sandy Foster. Run Black Wolf. Frank. Troy, it was sassy sweet. Darlene. They have standby recall for years after you leave service, don't they? Roy Stalin. Bone Spurs. Sandy Foster. Oh, let's talk about killing bears in Central Park. Ha 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 ha. Bob Cox. Hello, Walls. Alexandra. Christy B. heard Tommy temper. Aw, that SY. Butterface. She-Hawk. Sandy, how do you feel about Kamala changing her stance on fracking and mandatory gun buybacks?
So we got this
Troy.
story on
Frank, okay, Ty.
Free Palestine
Telescope.
strikes again. So this is
Daisy
something about
constantly
Palestine.
OD'd on her stream last night. You
to
could
do with
barely
the,
make out what she was
threats.
saying. Mumbles. Frank.
with Taylor Swift concert
asked
in
if
Vienna.
you could see them. Sandy Foster.
So again, this is somehow
Dubé.
relating to Free Palestine.
Peter Burns.
Right here, strikes again.
Sandy Foster cheats at jump rope. Dory, hand pointing left, Wizzy and Nut Simp. She might be out of beer. Frank. No, Sandy bears are cute. Super salty. Black tape girls for president. D hibiscus cherry blossom.
Let's hear
Sandy
from
Foster Troll
VP.
Central is missing you.
Here's VP.
Armando Arias. Well,
Very proud
I
of that
personally
service.
don't want
When
white
Tim
Christian
Waltz, when the United
nationalists
States
running the
Marine Corps,
U.S.
when the United
government
States
through
of
the
America
Heritage
asked me to go to
Foundation.
Iraq
No
to serve
way.
my country, I did it.
Sandy
I did what they asked me to do, and I did it honorably, and I'm very proud of that service. When Tim Waltz was asked by his country to go to Iraq, you know what he did? He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him, a fact that he's been criticized for aggressively by a lot of the people that he served with. I think it's shameful. When the United States Marine Corps, when the United States of America asked me to go to Iraq to serve my country, I did it. I did what they asked me to do it, and I did it honorably, and I'm very proud of that service. When Tim Waltz was asked by his country to go to Iraq, you know what he did? He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him.
Well, you know, he retired, but he didn't drop out of the Army. Well, he did drop out of the Army, but he retired. So the question is, did he retire when he could foresee that he would have to actually serve some real service, you know, do some real service in a combat zone, in a combat type country like Afghanistan, as opposed to Italy? Vance is not saying that he retired, but we all know that he retired. So, but both sides are kind of using loopholes and a bit of information that is it's correct, but not the full story.
A fact that he's been criticized for aggressively by a lot of the people that he served with. I think it's shameful when the United States Marine
that's true though. That he retired right when the rest of his crew went to Afghanistan. So yeah, there's that part of it there. There you go.
D. Hibiscus cherry blossom. The point is he claims he went and he didn't. Sassy pants.
That's a good point.
Balls to the walls.
He alludes to he has statements out all over the place with the term Afghanistan in
Vance
it.
never
But
took
it's
part
word
in
salad, making it look
Sandy
like
Foster.
he went to Afghanistan, but in
No,
fact he
that's
didn't.
not true, Tommy.
That is not good to do that.
Miss Frosty, a beautiful day. Oh me. Troy. Tommy, if you watch it on Trump's YouTube channel, you don't have to worry about music, etc. Here's the https www.youtube.com live Tahu CYWV8G feature shared.
Okay,
Frank.
let me check that link.
USS Broccoli app.
Stand by.
She-Hawk. Sandy, how dare you,
Okay,
Frank?
let me
Caps.
check that link.
US Edward Cam. From the window to the walls.
Troy,
Sandy
got that
Foster.
link. Okay.
I know She-Hawk.
Oh
I
yeah, but
gotta
look at
do
it. It says
better.
live in 32 hours.
Frank.
So that link, that's the same link I was showing you, Troy.
LMAOABD.
But it says live in
Sandy
32
Foster.
hours. So when is that thing
Walls
actually
officially
happening? I
retired
thought
from the
somebody said
Minnesota
that
National
Trump was
Guard
going
in
live
May
today.
2005. His
But
unit
maybe
was
not.
alerted about a deployment to Iraq in July, and the unit deployed there in
Just
October.
saying.
Christy B. Honeybee. Yeah, that SA lying politician out the gate. Miss Frosty, a beautiful day. If he said he went or insinuated he went, not good.
Okay,
Sandy
I have
Foster.
another. Let me just find this
I
link
guess
here.
Walls wasn't privy to the deployment before he retired. Task Tisk. Door knocker. At 2:00 p.m. Troy. Oh snap, let me look again. Peter Burns. Sandy Foster stalking Tampon Timmy. Peter Burns. Sandy Foster stalking Tampon Timmy. Hi, door knocker. Carrie. Go to our SBN. Trump speaks at 2 duh.
If you're a mod in the channel here, capture this link and save it, okay? Just so you have
Christy
it on
B.
hand.
Honeybee. Door knocker.
But this is my
Door knocker.
other channel that I'm
K9, how's it going?
multi-streaming to. There's nobody over there watching right now, but I'm going to
Colette.
put the link in here.
From my
If
military.
you should, I may
husband,
end
your
up
unit
going
is
streaming
called
right
up
from
and
that
you are
channel and
scheduled
not
to
with
retire. They will
Tommy
not
Temper.
deploy.
So
Tommy
sub up to
Temper.
that channel that I just dropped there. If you're a mod in there, copy that link
Watch V
and save it somewhere.
OC6S.
Because I might go
Troy.
live on that channel. So sub
Sorry,
up to
Tommy,
that channel
that is
that I
for
just
his
dropped
rally
there.
tomorrow.
Channel Reviews, it's
Peter
called.
Burns.
Channel
Troy
Reviews.
Trump News Conference in Palm Beach at 2 EST. Sandy Foster. Vance served in the Marine Corps for 4 years, although he never saw
That link right
combat.
there.
He served as a
Look
combat
at-
correspondent.
And, sub up to that channel
She-Hawk.
if you could, please. Appreciate
Retiring
that.
after 24 years versus at
Called
least
Channel
34
Reviews.
charges. Armando Arias. Christy, you shouldn't let people treat you like that. Sandy Foster. So 4 years buys 24 years my
And
life.
if I can get a couple of mods
Door
over in
knocker.
channel reviews, I'm
Christy,
going to watch
hey,
that
lady.
channel right now.
Frank.
And if I
From the window
see
to the
somebody
walls
come
to
over
broccoli
there,
in the
I'll make
halls,
you a
all the
mod.
sailing lulls.
Okay, super salty. I'll
Hey,
make you a
gaming.
mod.
It's going okay. Misused Tommy needs to go live more. Sandy Foster. Christy B ran from Daisy last night.
Okay, Troy, you're
Christy
a mod
B.
over there. Super
Honeybee.
salty. I made you a mod over there.
Treat me like
Channel reviews.
Alexandra. According to records by the National Guard, the 1st Battalion of the 125th Field Artillery received an alert order on July 14, 2005, 2 months after Walls retired. The
K9
mobilization
Gaming
order came
over
in.
there.
Alexandra. August, and the unit mobilized in October. Christy B. Honeybee. Hope you are doing great today, door knocker. Sandy Foster. Bad Walls for not knowing, ah ha ha ha. Christy B. Honeybee. I never ran from Daisy. Peter Burns.
Okay, K9 Gaming, you're always
Sandy
around.
Foster
You're a good
thinks
supporter of
Kamala
the channel.
Harris
I made
is
you
a
a mod
candy
over
bar.
in the
Edward
channel
Cam.
reviews, okay?
To be fair, Vance and Walls are VP candidates. Trump is a presidential candidate, and he is a convicted felon with sentencing pending for his 34 felony convictions. Dory hand pointing left Wizzy and nuts simp. Christy B. I caught that part where she went off on ya. She-Hawk. Alexandra, please don't hurt them with facts. Colette. I was there last. I don't remember Christy B running from Daisy. Christy B honeybee. I just wasn't gonna listen to her incoherent nonsense.
Hang on 1 second. 1 second.
Sandy
I just ran
Foster.
across something that's
Run,
interesting. What is
Christy
this
B.
horse semen
Alexandra. I know facts
waltz
make them melt.
story? Hang on.
Sassy
I
pants.
stop the speech here. Hang on a second. Horse semen and waltz. What the hell is this
Example
story
after
about?
example of stolen valor. It only continues to get worse.
Hang on.
So we have Democrats out there asking, where's Trump? You know, the guy that got shot and then went to the RNC, what, a couple days later? They're asking where that guy is. At the same time, we have the horse semen story, Tim Waltz, by the way, which is true.
What? Tim Waltz horse semen story. What? What the hell is this all about? I never heard this one. This is the first I ever heard of this. I don't know if this is true or not. This might be false info. I don't know. But there's some kind of a horse semen story. Let me listen to it here. Hang on.
You have example after example of stolen valor. It only continues to get worse. We're also now finding out that Mr. Waltz was notified multiple times about this story being true and given an opportunity to correct it, and he's double and quadrupled down.
Oh no.
He's lied about being in Afghanistan. He's lied about being in Iraq. From what I understand, he wasn't even a coach, and he has a thing for children.
He wasn't a head coach.
But yeah, where's Trump? And what's ironic is these are the people saying J.D. Vance is weird. I don't know. Something about a belly full of horse semen and lying about.
Of what he just said there, the weird thing. Yeah, I haven't even talked about that at all. But what's with the Democrats coming out with trying to call the Republicans weird? It's like they're just weird. They're weird. It's weird. It's just weird. Even the Kamala thing where she was introducing her VP, where they come out with the weird thing during that broadcast there. What's with that weird? You know, like how desperate can you get to just say the Republican and Trump and everyone is just plain weird, and that's your talking point? They're weird. Don't vote for them because they're weird, you know?
Your military service, tampons in the boys' room. You do the math. The math isn't mathing. Okay? Enjoy.
Okay, but what about? He didn't say anything about what I wanted to hear about. What's the horse semen? What the hell is that story all about? Wow, now I have to delve into that. I don't even want to search for that. But anyways, I already talked about it. I said
Troy,
it.
There's plenty of
Now I feel
government
bad that I
documents
said it.
pertaining to his stolen valor. Bob Cox.
Crazy.
Nah. Bob Cox. Nah. Sandy Foster. Troy, he was retired. Edward Cam. He didn't say anything about anything. Alexandra. Delve into that, but no other real stories. Tommy Temper. Edward Cam. Who on earth was that regard? Sassy Pants. Dawes will never figure it out. She's too deep in the soup, and all her ignorance and racism. Armando Arias. Alexandria, it is trash.
Okay, let's see how weird
Alexandra.
and creepy that our good
According
friend
to
is here.
reports by the National Guard, the 1st Battalion of the 125th Field Artillery received an
weird and
alert order
creepy.
on July 14, 2005. 2 months after Walls retired, the mobilization order came in.
Creepy and
Alexandra.
just weird as hell. That's what
August
you see.
in the unit mobilized in
You
October.
know it, you feel it. These
Lisa
guys are
Lisa.
creepy and yes, just weird
Sassy.
as hell. That's what you see.
Frank.
You know it.
Daisy
you feel
is
it.
an ignorant
These
slob.
guys
You know,
are creepy and yes,
Bob
just weird
Cox.
as hell. That's
How
what
can you win
see.
an election
people are
trying to
obsessed
call
with
your
colors.
opponent
Sandy
weird
Foster.
and
And
creepy
yes,
as hell?
just weird
Is that all you
Alexandra.
got?
Christy
Is
B.
that
Honeybee.
like it's the
And
name
it's not
calling?
who are you or
Why
you
is it
report where you
that
live. Daisy, what
the
actions of hers have anything
the
to do
Democrats,
with
you
Lisa,
know,
so
they'll
don't watch her
come
if
out
you
on
don't like
a
her simple.
pedestal and start name calling? If in other words, if they don't
Daisy
have
knows
anything
as
to
ignorant
go
as
on,
they
then
come.
it resorts down to the
Armando
bottom,
Arias.
the lowest level, the
Why
lowest
would
denominator,
sin
which
with
is name
24
calling.
years is a
Well,
commitment.
mind you, on the other hand, you know, I think we're kind of calling this guy Tampon
Alexandra.
Tim, so maybe that's
Christy B, are you a teen?
he's getting some of his own
Peter
treatment.
Burns.
You feel it.
Sandy
what is this?
Foster collects
Is
dryer
this
lids.
That's what you
Troy.
dissolved into a name
It's
calling
about
thing
claims
here?
of deployment
These
and
guys
claims
are
of
creepy,
rank.
And yeah, it's just weird as hell.
Frank. That's all Trump does, Tommy. Lisa. Christy B, did I hurt your fees? Alexandra. So true, Tommy. Temper Republicans never name call. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, everyone.
Christy
Well,
B.
both
Honeybee.
sides are name calling. I
Ha
don't
ha,
like the
yeah,
name
I'm a
calling
teen.
at all. At all.
Herman the Tosser. You alright, Tommy? Edward Cam. Ha 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 ha, Tommy, you just played a guy that called Walls a P3D0, come on. Frank. Trump even called the Florida guy names SMH, you people are stupid. Sandy Foster. Lisa, I bet Daisy hurt Christy B's feelings last night.
Oh,
Edward
this is the
Cam.
interesting thing. Okay,
Good grief.
J.D. Vance, who is Trump's
Tupac.
pick, actually
They
said,
wondered who votes for
but I think that I'm
34-time felon.
going to vote third party because I can't
Alexandra.
stomach Trump. He actually
So
said that,
stupid,
and that
Frank.
was,
Bob Cox.
you know, a long time
They
ago.
were passing out
Since
Adderall
then,
to
he's
rally goers last
changed
night.
his ways. So
Christy B. Honeybee. Not at all, Lisa. I just think for you being you shouldn't judge people either. Armando Arias. Well, that's good, Christy. You must agree with her. She gets chat mixed up
this
reading
is
the chat when
what
she
he thought
is
about
drinking.
Trump a long time ago.
Dory
And
had
he
pointed
says,
left Wizzy
I was
and nuts him.
brainwashed by the media
Drunk
into thinking
slothful
that
rage
Trump
with
was
her
not a
mother
great
next door.
guy.
I feel sorry for the
So
mother.
now he's changed his ways. Now that he's no
Lisa.
longer
Sandy,
feeling
absolutely.
brainwashed
She
by the
keeps
media.
coming back for more, so she must enjoy it. Colette. I knew you were too young for Daisy's channel. Christy B. face fuchsia white eyes. Hawk twa. Trolls be making
Hawk
Daisy
twa.
famous today. Frank. On FCKN real dude SMH.
Hawk twa.
Sandy Foster. Well, Alexandra, if you can call that reading. Christy B. Honeybee. Yes, sometimes she does. Bob Cox. They're obsessed. Christy B. Honeybee. Colette. Armando Arias. Christy, you're better than that, I think. Peter Burns. Sandy, step outside, you've inhaled too much wood glue fumes. Lisa. Christy B, I call it like I see it, relax, it will be okay. Christy B. Honeybee. We all make mistakes. Penelope Peach. Someone could use an intervention.
I ain't never heard
Alexandra.
of being racist pride around.
Wood glue doesn't have fumes, Peter Burns.
That's just
Sandy
me, though.
Foster.
I mean,
Christy
'cause
B,
any
don't
two
worry,
ways
Daisy
you look
may
at
be
it, the
sober
man
sometime
won his
in the next few
presidency
days
without
and will
the
forgive
black
you.
vote. What he need
Armando
it for?
Arias.
What he need us for?
She
Tell
didn't
me
run.
what he need me for.
Edward
He don't
Cam.
need me.
Daisy
but for
was
some
on fire
reason,
last
he
night. She said
always
some
get
real
up on
kinky
that
stuff.
stage talking
Bernie.
about how low
Daisy
black
is
unemployment
unwatchable.
is. Because he
Armando
legitimately
Arias.
cares. You
Cray
never heard
cray.
Obama get on stage talking about
Sassy
black
pants.
unemployment. He couldn't. Because
Yelling
under
the
his
N-word
first
with a
2
hard
years
R is
with the
not a
Democratic
mistake. Jaws
Congress,
love that word.
it doubled. Black
Frank.
unemployment under Barack
DOM
Obama
is sword
doubled. How
dancer
many of y'all
can
know
save
that? It
Daisy.
doubled. It literally
She-Hawk.
doubled. It went from 8%
I wonder
to 16%.
why Daisy came into
How
Troll
you get
Central
around that?
last
No
night.
media say nothing about that. But Donald Trump getting it to the lowest it's ever been recorded. Like I said, he don't need us. He does not need the black vote. The black vote didn't put him in office. The black vote ain't gonna take him out of office. But the fact that he gets up
Bob
there on them
Cox.
stages every
There
chance
is
he
hundreds,
get
if not
and
thousands,
tells
of
us
black
how we
streamers
are
against
doing,
Kamala, only a
because
few
we,
for her.
I ain't gonna say
Christy
that.
B. Honeybee.
We too crazy to realize
We
it
relax,
ourselves.
you're the one that are moving the lips, bumping
You know
them
what I'm
gums
saying?
about others.
He
I
ain't
will
gotta
say
do
this,
that.
Lisa. It takes
She
days
likes
to
Trump.
He ain't
get
gotta
that
get
way.
up
You
there
hear that?
when he was
Excuse
running for
cause you are
president.
He likes
He didn't
Trump.
have to get out there talking about
She
what do you
sees
have
what's
to
going
lose? Vote for me.
She likes the
He didn't
fact
have
that
to do
Trump
that.
talks about
But he did. And
getting
we
more
grateful that he
jobs
did.
for the
You know,
black
it's
people.
some smart folks out there that happen
Armando
to be
Orange.
darker
And the
skinned
other
like
side,
me.
the
Just
Democrats don't even
fall
talk
for the
about it.
crying
She says
Daisy
Obama
instead.
didn't even
You
talk
gotta
about
find
Stop drinking.
getting
A
more
lot of them
jobs for black
scared to
people.
say
Lisa,
something
Lisa.
because they scared somebody gonna say
She
something back
hunted
to
Grace
me.
down.
I'm
She
a
was there
step.
talking to herself.
What's up?
Super
You
salty.
got something to say about Donald Trump?
We
What?
should do a poll voting in here, Trump or Kamala. Troy. I can't find her live from last night anywhere. I would like to see all of it. Sandy Foster. Troy, no you don't. Annette Park. Tommy, I do appreciate what you do. I send folks here and then ask them who you willing to align with whose ideology. Sandy Foster.
Well, I'm
wasn't
right
good.
winger. I'm a
Peter
right winger,
Burns.
but I like to
Lisa
investigate
trying
all
to get her
sides,
train
the whole
derailment
story. I don't like to just say
Troy.
vote for this
I've
person
heard.
or vote for that person.
Black
I like to
crime
just
in
say
America.
let's investigate what these guys are
Nothing
up to.
wrong with the
more than
N-word. I
anything.
use it every day. Christy B. Honeybee. I try to just be a friend and looks past the behavior that goes along from drinking. I've seen worse. Lisa. Christy B. Haha, relax. Daisy will forgive you soon. Armando Arias. Who is this? Frank. Newfie is still searching for Wi-Fi at the bus stops.
This is
Sassy
Vance.
Pants. I hope she drinks herself to the end. Alexandra. Why super salty? This whole chat is RWNJs. Sandy Foster. Ha Frank. Armando Arias. Weird is meant to be funny. Tommy. Bertie.
As long as
Troy
you have fun,
supports
that's the
Daisy.
main thing.
Edward
Don't get
Cam.
butthurt over anybody or
Oh
anything.
please Tommy. Dory hand pointing left Wizzy and nut simp. Christy B. It's not just from drinking, she's evil, the beer adds to it. Armando Arias. The Dems put forth policy S. Christy B. Honeybee. Lisa, don't worry so much about Daisy or me, maybe worry about yourself and you're nothing burger. Edward Cam. ACB, congrats man, 26 subs and up to 13 views on your most popular video. Armando Arias. Trump S complains, no policy S. She-Hawk. Yes Bertie, he is her #1 fan. Black crime in America. Try my Twitter cam. Super salty. Alexandra, how will we know without a survey? Door knocker. Christy B did nothing wrong last night, anything after that I missed. Armando Arias. Making a big deal out of weird SMH.
They posted
Frank.
this photo up and it
I
says
want one of the big #1 fingers like at the sports
Trump
events.
doesn't want to do any more rallies
Edward
because
Cam.
Kamala Harris has
I
bigger
don't
crowd
use
sizes.
Twitter.
And
Peter
his
Burns.
fragile little ego can't handle
Armando
it.
likes high gas prices, high food prices, and high crime. Sassy Pants. ACB the cat killer. ACB. Must be taking about someone else. Frank. It's ex-smart guy. Edward Cam. You've increased your subs by 25 in the last 6 months. ACB, you're killing it. She-Hawk. Daisy always attacks over misunderstanding the written word.
Yeah, but follow
Armando
Queenie's
Arias. No Twitter
vertical
for me.
streaming if you want subs. If you really want
Frank.
subs, go live vertical.
Sheesh, rip Twitter LOL.
Live vertical will get
Christy
you
B.
subs.
Honeybee. Yeah, it was just her misunderstanding. She said she apologized. I'm not worried as much as Lisa. Lisa must really want to be a friend to Daisy. We will hook ya up, Lisa. Super salty. Alexandra, whom would you want as president besides Super Salty? Edward Cam. The same sassy. Dump Trump. If you support Daisy, you are ARACIST too. Edward Cam. Black crime in America is the kitten drowner. ACB. ACB. Must be talking about someone else. Frank. Be like Queenie and put up fake pics. Sassy Pants. Thought so. She-Hawk. We do not befriend racists or bigots. Sandy Foster. Frank or be like Peter Burns and put up no pics. Ha ha ha, what a puss. Armando Arias. Peter, the things you're complaining about are real, however Biden is working on that. I hope we will notice in the next month. Black crime in America. Black America commits 2901x more mass shootings than white America annually. Sandy Foster. Especially drunk bigots. Colette. Right, let us all Photoshop our image and say we keep losing weight. ACB. No, that isn't me. I was wondering who you were talking about. Penelope Peach. There is a difference between supporter and enabler also. Sandy Foster. Colette, let's see your pic. Frank. LOL Sandy. Christy B. Honeybee.
Hang on. I don't have.
Colette, yes.
I don't even have one
Black crime
tattoo.
in America.
I don't even
All
have one
documented on
tattoo.
my ex.
What the hell is the matter with people?
ACB. It's
Really?
probably you.
Honestly.
Christy
Like she
B.
might be
Honeybee.
a Trump supporter, but
Peach, yes,
one
very
day
true.
she will regret doing
Super
that.
salty. I would vote for the Trump girl. She even has orange hair. Acid reflow. Not a good look. Do we need someone who can be so easily swayed by media? K Gaming. OMG, she tattooed that.
Yeah, she
Sandy
did.
Foster. Cat killer into house.
She got it tattooed right
Frank.
there.
Please
It's
tell
all
me
red.
she did not actually tat
How red her
that.
forehead is.
Edward Cam. Same as always. ACB. ACB. Nope. Armando Arias. Peter, crime is down. You're being fed lies about that. Lisa. That is disturbing. K Gaming. That's crazy.
No kidding.
Alexandra.
You know,
and Mega
I can see it
ISNT
anywhere else but there.
Edward Cam.
Not your forehead. Come on.
LOL,
Such a
it's a
beautiful
cult, Tommy.
girl.
Miss Frosty.
Oh my
and
God.
Beautiful
Like,
day.
you know, okay, I agree that she
Wow, what a dumb
supports
woman
Trump,
to do
but
that.
I call that
ACB.
defacing yourself, you know.
Fake.
Like, really. That's
Peter Burns.
not, I don't go for that.
Sandy Foster. When did
You know,
I
big
post
ups
your
to her
picture?
for
What a dumb
supporting
egg.
Trump, but
Colette.
I
Whoa,
don't
is
know
that a
what's
real
with
tat?
people. What's the
Super
matter?
salty. Is that a real tattoo, Tommy?
It is a real tattoo. That was a
Troy.
real tattoo. Look
No
at
way, tell
right
me
there.
that girl really
okay, what
did
they
the
do is
get
they
Trump
put on that
tattooed on her damn
the
forehead.
thing right there. They're tattooing it
Christy
right
B.
there,
Honeybee.
and right there you
Well,
can see
you
how
can
red
get
it
them
is.
taken
Right,
off, but very expensive and time consuming.
that's a real tattoo.
Edward Cam. Daisy S. getting one next week.
She's look okay. Wait
Armando
till she
Arias.
wakes up the next day.
I can't believe how Trump and
Holy.
company has pulled the wool over your eyes. ACB. Another left-wing disinformation campaign. Sassy Pants. What an idiot, might as well got that tattooed on her forehead. Super
Crazy,
salty.
isn't it?
Must have lost a bet.
Yeah.
Alexandra.
She had a bet with Al
It's wild.
Munson.
ISNT at Armando Arias. Black crime in America. See you on the streets. Troy. Wow. ACB. Fake. Christy B. Honeybee. These face tats are getting crazy. Super
Yeah.
salty.
They are.
I think tattoo is fake somehow. Troy. Gotta e fake. Armando Arias. Unbelievable. Alexandra. Troy. B. Colette. OMG please. Dachshund Grandma Israeli. That's terrible. ACB. The left is mad that she is pretty. Door knocker. Wow, come on, not a smart idea. Christy B. Honeybee. Could be marker to fake the viewers. Super salty. If it's real, she is a idiot. Troy. ID still hit it, not gonna lie. Alexandra. Mega are weird. Charlie Cheswick. What nut roll stuff we going on about today, Tommy? Penelope
Charlie.
Peach. Yeah, what drugs was she on? K
I don't know.
Gaming.
Just
LOL
a typical
Troy.
day out here, you know.
Christy B. Honeybee. Fuck Charlie. Alexandra. Troy, I hear Daisy is looking for some action. Troy. LOL. Charlie Cheswick. Christy B, don't hate sister. Armando Arias. Hey Troy, why do you keep going back to mod for Daisy? You are fair to everyone. Kurt Manley. Sandy Foster is Peter Burns. Christy B, Honeybee.
They both know each other.
I'm not chill. ACB. Charlie runs Black Crime Channel, yo. Charlie Cheswick. Always chill girl. Super salty. Right, Christy has to be fake sump. Edward Cam. Mega are weird. Colette. Wonder if her parents are gonna go off on her even if they are Trumpers.
Where's Trump?
She-Hawk. Charlie. Charlie Cheswick. ACB don't know of it but will look it up. Phoenix Tide. Imagine getting a Biden tattoo on your forehead. Lisa. Hey Charlie. Christy B, Honeybee. I hear ya, but I'm gonna run grab me a Pop-Tart. Troy. Arias, I'll help nearly anyone with their channel if they ask. I don't involve feelings and try to stay non-biased. Edward Cam. Trump 34. Charlie Cheswick. ACB, you still watching that lottery ticket due to win $20 yo. Christy B, Honeybee. Salty, yes, there is just no way. I believe it's definitely fake. Charlie Cheswick. Lisa, what's good yo? ACB. Ha, no, sometimes they don't ever win. Troy. Arias, thank you. Armando Arias. His ego is bigly. Christy B, Honeybee. LOL, she said Pop-Tart funky. Charlie Cheswick. ACB, dude should just hit the casino. There are many in Maryland, he have a better shot. Phoenix Tide. I knew Corn Pop, he was one bad dude. Phoenix Tide. Come on man.
Yeah. Troy. I'm finding this because that it shows that he's not going live for a while on that video. But yet I see this where he's having a news conference at 2. That would be coming up in a couple of minutes here. So
ACB.
If we see Trump come
but
live.
It's not their money, it's decent how they do it.
See, this is saying August 9th.
Armando Arias.
Which of course is tomorrow.
At least you're honest, Troy. I appreciate
but I don't know. Maybe
that.
he'll go live right away. We'll see. If he does, we'll bring him up here. Something going on there anyway. So I'll watch that feed there and see if it goes live here in a couple minutes. Because it says live in 31 hours. So something's wrong with their info.
ACB. Viewers pitch in on books, then split or keep playing. Armando Arias. Say no to Project 2025.
I don't know what's with that Project 2025.
Troy.
I've not
Tommy,
read
he must not be
that
showing
document.
it on that channel that is for his rally tomorrow.
Trump is saying
Charlie
no, he doesn't
Cheswick.
have anything to do with
Christy B,
2025.
what is your flavor of Pop-Tart
yet-
girl? Hope they don't make you wide like the Canadian slob lady.
I believe 2025 was
Alexandra.
written up as sort of
JD
a
Vance
counter
by double-digit approval
to
drop in new poll.
the world, the WEF, and all the rest of these world organizations, right? But yet,
Armando
I hear
Arias.
that the Trump
Do you want
contingency
white
is actually
Christian
saying, no,
nationalists
we got
running the
nothing to do
government?
with
Serious
that
question.
Project 2025.
She-Hawk.
But yet,
Trump is a liar.
Vance wrote a foreword, apparently, for the Project 2025 bit. So again, I don't know. I never read the Project 2025, but I believe it's just a piece that is done to counter the
Alexandra.
globalists, right? The
Vance
one world order
decreasing
and all the
net
rest of that crap.
favorability arrives amid continued scrutiny of his past comments about women in abusive relationships, abortion, and people without children. Alexandra.
Yeah,
as
Troy.
well as
Okay,
his strong
gotcha.
involvement with
Hey,
Project
Troy,
2025.
if you find his actual feed, like some kind of a Trump feed or something without advertising, let me know. Or
She-Hawk.
if you see a feed anywhere, let me know.
Armando, absolutely
We'll
not.
look at it.
Alexandra. Sounds like a winner, ha ha ha. Kurt Manley. Troy, find a Fox feed or Newsmax Trump in Palm Beach today.
Yeah, something
Super
like that.
salty.
I'd rather have a
Everyone
Trump
lies,
feed
ask
because
Dr.
Trump
House.
Trump doesn't have all the advertising and
Tommy,
crap
his
like
news
that with it.
conference is starting now. Troy. Let me go look.
Yeah, let me do a quick look here too. Hang on.
Troy. There are several.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated.
Okay, we didn't find him yet, but I found a clip. There's Trump.
Alexandra.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated
Republicans
business.
want to be up everyone's ass word on the street.
Yeah, I'll have us upcoming on his channel here. Okay, I got a live one here. A bunch of live ones coming in. AP, The Hill, who else? Right Side Broadcasting. Right Side Broadcasting is usually pretty good too. CNN.
Troy. Tommy, here is Fox News https www.youtube.com live faxrd50akse feature
Got that.
shared.
Got that.
Frank.
I'll go
House was a fun
I'll go with
show.
RBSN.
Armando Arias.
Let me pull up RBSN
Exactly,
here.
She-Hawk.
They
Troy.
have fewer
They're SA
commercials
bunch.
than a Fox.
ACB. APAKA flagpole. Super salty. Good show for sure, Frank. Definitely one of my favorites. ACB. Oh, Associated Press.
Yeah, AP in there as well. Okay, RBSN, we'll bring him on here. When Trump comes live, they will bring it up here. They're looking good. We'll just line it up a little bit here. There we go. Should be ready for Trump when he does start up here. Let me check the audio.
And, you know, I think a lot of Americans realize that, especially in the heartland. You know, Trump has a way of communicating with people that makes it feel like they are being heard. And that is a tremendous skill in politics. It's one that he's mastered for a very long time.
There you go. Okay, looking good. Got the show ready here. When Trump comes on live there, we'll bring him on. So we'll just wait for him to get up there. Apparently, this time they're going to make sure that there's no gunman in the audience or whatever before they actually bring him up.
Frank. Is Grofisting Daisy RN. Armando Arias.
Frank.
She-Hawk, have you seen true stories about women almost dying in Texas? It's so sad. The one woman knew her baby had died.
Armando.
Super
No, I never
salty.
saw that.
I even have a shirt that says everyone lies. Sooner you learn that, the more you will understand not to believe everything.
Super salty. You
Armando
can trust
Arias.
yourself, but I don't know that
Maybe
you
he
can
had
trust anyone
horses
but
on his
yourself, really,
farm.
honestly.
Armando Arias. More lies.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
K Gaming. Frank, that's disgusting.
Okay, so we'll wait for Trump to come on. As soon as he comes on, we'll bring him up here.
Super salty. I don't even trust me, Tommy.
Yeah, you trust yourself. You've gone a long ways in your life and gone far.
MAGA is weird.
So you're doing a good job.
Frank. LOL.
MAGA is weird.
She-Hawk.
Make America
No,
great
Armando,
again.
I will have
How
to
can
look
that
for
be
them.
weird? That's not weird. That's just a saying, which is like, what's wrong with making America great again? You know, that's actually pretty good. I like things to be better, not worse.
Christy B. Honeybee. Dr. House. I missed that show. Armando
What's
Arias. And she went
Kamala's
septic.
slogan? Biden was Build Back Better, right? Which we know is absolutely the opposite of that.
Sassy Pants. It's always been great.
Not really. I remember the riots. Remember the riots a few years back?
We won't
That
go
wasn't
back.
great at all. That was terrible.
Super salty. I have told some whoppers. Door knocker. Trump has lived now.
He's live now?
Christy B.
Oh, yeah,
Honeybee.
okay, yeah, he is, yeah.
I
Sorry
trust
about
you,
that.
super salty.
We have a lot of bad
Armando
I'm not paying
Arias.
attention. Okay, I'm going to drop
I told you
the
weird was
audio
meant to
bit
be
here
funny,
on you
Tommy.
guys. Stand by.
Which would be a
Armando
devastating
Arias.
thing. Took many years, took decades to recover from it.
WTF.
And we're very
WTF.
close to that. And we're very close to a world war. In my opinion, we're very close to a world war. We have people that don't know how to handle it. They're not respected. All over the world, they're laughed at. And we can't have that. Most dangerous period of time I've ever seen for our country. With that being said, we have somebody that hasn't received one vote for president, and she's running, and that's fine with me. But we were given Joe Biden, and now we're given somebody else. And I think, frankly, I'd rather be running against the somebody else. But that was their choice. They decided to do that because Kamala's record is horrible. She's a radical left person at a level that nobody's seen.
Radical left?
She picked a radical left man.
They're so radical.
He's got things done that he has positions that are just not, it's not even possible to believe that they exist. He's going for things that nobody's ever even heard of. Heavy into the transgender world, heavy
he's talking
into
about
lots
Vance.
of different worlds having to do with safety. He doesn't want to have borders. He doesn't want to have walls. He doesn't want to have any form of safety for our country.
He's
He doesn't mind
absolute
people coming in
Democrat.
from prisons, and
Right
neither
to a
does
T.
she, I guess, because she's not. She couldn't care less. She's the border czar. By the way,
Talking
she
about
was the
Tim.
border czar 100%.
Border czar
And all
Kamala.
of a sudden, for the last few weeks, she's not the border czar anymore. Like nobody ever said it.
Yeah.
And I just hope that the media
She failed
becomes
at that. You know that.
more diligent, more honest, frankly, because if they're not going to be honest, it's going to be much tougher to bring our country back.
Right,
We have
John?
a very, very sick country right now. You saw the other day with the stock market crashing. That was just the beginning.
Yeah.
That was just the
Why did
beginning.
the stock
it's going to
market
get worse.
crash?
It's
Because
gonna
they
get a lot
felt
worse, in
that
my opinion.
Kamala might get in.
And
so it was a stock
fortunately, we've
market
had some very good polls
show
over the
of
last
no support for
fairly
Kamala.
short period of time. Rasmussen came out today. We're substantially leading, and others came out today that we're leading, and in some cases substantially. I guess MSNBC came out, or CNBC came out also with a poll that was has us leading, and leading fairly big in swing states. In some polls, I'm leading very big in swing states because they want safety. People want safety. They want security. They want respect all around the world for our country. They
Yeah, we don't want to go
this-
back
this
to
horrible
black
culture
bloc
that
in the
is
streets,
developing.
burning
A
cities.
culture of no common sense. It's really a culture of no common sense, and it's not what anyone wants. We want to have a safe country.
That's right.
We want to have a strong
spreading
military. We want low interest
information.
rates, and we want to be able to have the American dream. We want to be able to have our youth be able to buy homes, housing, get good jobs. And we're really just at the opposite right now. It's so sad to see. But as a border czar, she's been the worst border czar in history, in the world history. I think
I
the
witnessed
number is
it
20
myself.
million, but
I
whether
saw all
it's
the
15 or
people
20, it's
crossing
numbers
the
that
border.
nobody's ever heard before. 20 million people came over the border in during the Biden-Harris administration. 20 million people And it could be very much higher than that. Nobody really knows what the number is. Nobody knows. Nobody has a clue.
Gold dropped, silver dropped
the
in value.
gotaways, they call them the gotaways. The gotaways
stock
are
market.
numbers. Somebody was,
Which is weird.
Quizzing me on it the other day. No, I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. They have no idea what those numbers are, but they're much higher than you would think. Just like far more people were killed in the Ukraine-Russia war than
Bitcoin
you have a
dropped too.
report. Just like the October 7th would have never happened. Russia would have never hit Ukraine had the election result been called differently. It was a very bad call, but Russia would not have attacked Ukraine. October 7th in Israel would have never happened. You wouldn't have inflation. A lot of great things would have happened, but now you have millions and millions of dead people, and you have people dying financially because they can't buy bacon, they can't buy food, they can't buy groceries, they can't do anything. And they're living horribly.
It's getting really
in our country
expensive
right
to
now.
live. Really expensive.
With all of that being said, I think it's very important to have debates. And we've agreed with Fox on a date of September 4th. We've agreed with NBC, fairly full agreement, subject to them, on September 10th. And we've agreed with ABC on September 25th. So we have those three dates, and
you know why I like Trump? Because many would have quit a long time
awaiting
ago.
that date and those dates. So we
Trump
have
is not a quitter.
September 4th, September 10th, and September 25th. We have spoken to the heads of the network, and it's all been confirmed, other than some fairly minor details. Audience, some location, which city would we put it into, but all things that will be settled very easily, I think it'll be very easy. The other side has to agree to the terms.
Just for him to
They
get
may
up
or
in the
may not
morning
agree. I don't know if they're
and
going
to
agree.
do what he does.
She hasn't done an interview. She can't do an interview. She's barely
and he doesn't have
competent,
to.
And she can't do an interview.
He's got more than enough
but
money
I look forward to the
go
debates because I think
live
we
in
have to set the
Mar-a-Lago
record
happily
straight.
for the rest
Why
of his
is
life.
it
He
that
does not. Trump does not
millions
have
of
to do
people
this
were allowed
at
to
all.
come into our country
He's only
from
doing this to try and
prisons,
make
from jails, from
America
mental
a better
institutions,
country.
insane asylums,
You have to
even
understand
insane
that.
asylums. That's it's a mental institution on steroids. That's what it is. When you see the people that are coming into these are institutions that are being emptied out.
I don't
not in
support
South America,
somebody
all over the
that
world,
puts
including South
tampons in the
America, all
men's
over the
washroom.
world. Prisons are being emptied out into our country.
You know,
because we have a president that's the
not
worst
rocket science
president
here.
in the history
Like,
of our country.
duh.
We have a vice president who is the least admired, least respected, and the worst
Like,
vice
where are your
president
priorities?
in the history of our
Tampons
country.
in the men's
The
bathroom?
most
Is that your
unpopular
priority?
Vice president.
Wow.
And because
where
of
are we in today's
political
world?
reasons, or because of being politically correct, even though she never received a vote. Don't forget, she was the first one defeated, as I remember it, because I watched it very closely. But she was the first one. She never made it to Iowa, the first state. She never made it to Iowa. She was the first one that was defeated. She was the nastiest to him. She was nasty with the calling him a racist and the school bus and all of the different things. She was very nasty to Biden. And shockingly, he appointed her, asked her to serve as vice president. Well, I don't know
Yeah,
if he's
but
happy
come
about
on.
that decision
The same
right
thing
now. This
between
was
you and
taken away.
Vance,
The presidency
too.
was taken
Vance
away
was
from
calling
Joe
Trump
Biden.
out there, and now
I'm no Biden fan, but I'll tell you
VP.
what, from a constitutional
change.
standpoint, from any standpoint
just like
you
you
look
can
at,
change.
they took
You
the
might vote
presidency
Democrat
away.
last year, but
And people were saying
today
he
you might
lost
vote
after
Republican.
the debate.
People
he couldn't
change.
win. Well, I don't know that that's true necessarily.
Sometimes
but
people
whether
see
he
the
could
light.
win or he couldn't win, he
See
had
reality.
the right to run. And they took it
Understand
away.
and
They said they're going to use the
figure out the
25th
difference
Amendment. They're
between
going to
right
hit
and
you
wrong.
hard. Either we can do it the nice. I know exactly because I know a lot of people on the other side, believe it or not. And they said, we'll do it the nice way or we'll do it the
Well,
hard way.
Alexandra,
And he said, all right.
I understand
So, I mean,
where you're
they've
coming
really
from.
taken what they've
but
done
it's
is
more than
pretty incredible.
tampons.
And now I'm running against somebody else, and we're leading. We're
That's
leading.
just-
So
you know
I'm
what?
not complaining. I'm saying it's
Tampons are like a great talking point for
a
like the entire
country with a constitution
situation.
that we cherish. We
Like,
cherish
really.
this constitution. To have done it this way is pretty severe, pretty horrible. You would have thought they would have gone out to a vote. They would have had a primary system. They would have done something. But to just take it away from him like he was a child, and he's a very angry man right now, I can tell you that. He's not happy with Obama.
No,
and
Trump
he's
is
happy
not a
with Nancy
tyrant.
Pelosi.
What the
Crazy
tyrant
Nancy,
is
she
the
crazy,
left-leaning
too.
people
She's not happy
aligning up with
any of the people
Antifa
that
and burning
told
down
him that
buildings.
You've got to leave.
Right.
He's very unhappy.
The Democrats
very angry. And I think
align
he
with
also
Antifa,
blames her.
and
He's
Antifa
trying to
burns
put up
down
a good
buildings.
face, but it's a
Do
very
you understand
bad
that
thing
concept?
in terms of a country when you do that. I'm not a fan of his, as you
Guess
probably
you've never
have
heard of Black
noticed.
Bloc.
And he had a rough debate, but that doesn't mean that you just take it away like that. Or you go out to a vote. You do something. He had 14 million votes. She had no votes.
Didn't
She got
Jimmy
no
allow
votes. And I think
city
she's
to burn
crashing. I think when people find out, and I think people are starting to find out what a bad job
instead
she
of
did.
fighting it?
What a bad job she did on the border. She's trying to say she had nothing to do with the border. She had everything. She was appointed.
Kamala bailed out
They had
rioters.
the border,
Exactly.
and then they said borders are. Oh,
the
she loved
Democrats
that
were
name. She loved
behind
that
them.
name, but she
They
never
wanted to
went
help
there.
the rioters.
She went to a location
Like, come
once
on.
along the border, but that was a location that you would love to go and have dinner with
You
your
don't
husband
promote people
or
and
whoever.
love that
was
they
a,
riot, and then you
location
help
that was
them
not
out
part of the
financially
problem. That was
to
not really going to the
fight
border.
the
So
court
essentially,
cases.
she never went to the border.
Ridiculous.
And if you listen to Tom Holman, if you listen to the great border people, Brandon Judd from Border Patrol, if you listen to Paul, I mean, so many different people. I speak to them all the time. And I did when I was president.
Where
We had
is
the
the yacht?
best border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Millions of people coming in, and our country cannot sustain it. Our country is going down because of this, because of incompetent people. So I just look forward to these debates. I think it's very important that we have them. I hope she agrees to them. September 4th, September
Linda
10th,
Lou.
September 25th. And I think they'll be very revealing. I think they'll be very revealing. Do you have any questions, please? I haven't recalibrated strategy at all. It's the same policies, open borders, weak on crime. I think she's worse than Biden because he got forced into the position. She was there long before. She destroyed San Francisco. She destroyed California as the AG. But as the DA, she destroyed San Francisco. A friend of mine, Bob Tisch, all know the Tisch family. He was in many cities with companies. He said the greatest city in the country is San Francisco. That was about 20 years ago. And he passed away a while ago, and he would be looking down and said, what happened? He thought it was the best city in the country. He had divisions there, lows. And he would be looking down in horror now when he sees she destroyed no cash bail, weak on crime. She's terrible. And yet they weaponized the system against me. They have me. I got so many lawyers. Now they want to delay cases. I won the big case in Florida. I won the big case. Nobody even wrote about it. The big case, the judge was a brilliant judge. And all they do is they play the ref with the judges. This judge was a fair but brilliant judge. And as you probably heard, the big documents case, I won it. Now, Biden lost it because he didn't have presidential immunity. He didn't have the Presidential Records Act. He lost it. But the special,
I wonder
call it prosecutor,
how
special
Kamala will
counsel,
do against Trump in a
special
debate.
prosecutor to me, he
And are they
appointed by
actually
him,
going to debate?
appointed by
I don't know. I think if
he
I
said
was
the
Trump,
man's
I wouldn't
incompetent.
debate anyone at this point.
He can't stand trial.
He already
but
debated
can
Biden,
run for
and
president. But
Biden
we no
failed.
longer
and
have to worry about
you know
that
what? I
because we
would,
have
if
somebody
I was
that, in
Trump,
my
I wouldn't
opinion,
debate her.
is
But
more
whether or not
incompetent.
that'll happen, I don't know.
She couldn't pass her bar exam and lots of other things. And she should not be in a position because if she becomes president, our country is going to be a giant fail. It's going to fail. It's going to be a failure the likes of
Alexander,
which
yeah, I
this
don't know
world has
about
never
that
seen.
comment.
Yeah, please. No, how about you?
Trump isn't broke.
You have to speak louder.
Might have been broke in the past, but not now.
Yeah.
Kamala got 3%
Well, it
in
changes
this
around a little
primary.
bit. I'm getting other voters. Perhaps, I was doing very well with black voters, and I still am. I seem to be doing very well with black males. This is according to
You know,
polls,
at least he
as you
talks
know.
about it. You know what I mean?
It's possible that it won't do as
He
well.
talks
with
about it. Like that black
women,
woman was
but I do
saying
seem
that
to do
she likes
very
Trump
well with
because he
other
talks
segments,
about the black
extremely
voters
well
and
with
things like that,
Hispanic.
whereas the Democrats don't
Jewish
talk about it
voters
like
way
that.
up. White males way up. White males have gone through the roof. White males way up. No, I don't know. All we're doing is giving you the stats that you have. It could be that I'll be affected somewhat with black females, where we're doing pretty well. And I think ultimately they'll like me better because I'm going to give them security, safety, and jobs. I'm going to give them a good economy. We have a very bad economy right now. We could literally be on the throes of a depression, not recession, a depression. And they can't have that. They can't have.
You pay? What we pay? All my friends and family are like Sam.
Oh, jeez. My subscription ran out. Hang on here. I got to watch a commercial here on YouTube. Because I have a paid version of whatever it is on YouTube, but my credit card didn't go through.
Maybe is better.
So I got to watch the commercial
but
here
I think
until
other
tomorrow.
than Josh Shapiro, I think she had some good choices. But Josh Shapiro is not one of them. He's caused a lot of damage with a lot of people. And I don't think he would have been
Buick's
better.
still
I
in
think he would
business?
have been maybe
They're
the
making
equivalent,
e-cars yet?
maybe not as good. But they had some people that they were looking at that were good, far superior to her. They actually had a story where they had everybody, including, they had like 10 people that she was looking at and her. And they said she was the worst of all. In other words, she was the worst out of the 10 people and her. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'd like to do 3 debates. We think we should do 3 debates. We think Fox and ABC. And we also have CBS is going to do the vice presidential debate. So CBS will do vice presidential. And I have to tell you, J.D. Vance has really stepped up. He's doing a fantastic job.
Look who else is here with the pillow.
Say it. Oh, give me a break. Listen, I had 107,000 people in New Jersey. You didn't report it. I'm so glad you asked. What did she have yesterday? 2,000 people? If I ever had 2,000 people, you'd say my campaign is finished. It's so dishonest, the press. And here's a great example.
Yeah, you can't believe the press with how many numbers of people are at these events. I've seen
25,000
I've
people.
been at events. I've counted the people, and then I've looked at the reports later, and they're always out of whack.
Harrisburg,
If they don't like you,
25,000
they'll
people,
underreport.
and 20,000 people
Simple.
couldn't
If they
get
like
in.
you,
We
they'll
had so
overreport.
many-
That's what the
Nobody
media
ever
does.
mentions that. When she gets 1,500
They're biased.
people, and I saw it yesterday on ABC, which they said, oh, the crowd was so big. I have 10 times, 20 times, 30 times the crowd size. And no, they never say the crowd was big. That's why I'm always saying turn around the cameras.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you asked that. I think it's so terrible when you
But
say well,
that
she
being
has
said,
1,500
I
people,
know
1,000
that
people, and they talk
Kamala
about,
is getting some
enthusiasm.
pretty good numbers.
Let me tell you, we
There's
have
no
the
doubt about that.
enthusiasm.
Because
the Republican
it's,
Party,
they're on a campaign.
and me as a candidate,
you know.
but the Republican Party has the enthusiasm because people want to see crime stopped. They want to see a country that's respected. Think of it. If I were president, you wouldn't have Russia and Ukraine, where it never happened. Zero chance. You wouldn't have had October 7th of Israel. You wouldn't have the horrible withdrawal. And I don't mean the withdrawal because the withdrawal was fine. I was ready to withdraw from Afghanistan, and we were going to do it with dignity and strength. And we were keeping our equipment. We weren't leaving $85 billion worth of equipment behind. And we wouldn't have had 13 great soldiers. I know the families of those soldiers well. We wouldn't have had these soldiers killed. And we wouldn't have had 45 soldiers obliterated. No legs, no arms, the face. None of that would have happened. And you wouldn't have had inflation. You wouldn't have had any inflation because inflation was caused by their bad energy problems. Now they've gone back to the Trump thing because they need the votes. I don't know if you know, they're drilling now because they had to go back because gasoline was going up to $7, $8, $9 a barrel. So they said, we better do what Trump. But the day after the election, if they won, you're going to have fuel prices go through the roof. Everybody's going to be forced to buy an electric car, which they're not going to do because they don't want that. It's got a great market. It's got a market. It's really a sub-market. People want gasoline-propelled cars. They want hybrids. They want to have everything.
people with
and
a lot of money. You don't find
But they
poor
want
people
everybody
buying an
to have
electric car, do you?
car. We don't have enough
You find
electricity.
them buying
we couldn't make enough electricity.
$100 beater or a used
and you
car.
know what else? The weight of a car, the weight of a truck. They want all trucks to be electric. Little things that a lot of people don't talk about. The weight of a truck is 2.5 times heavier. You would have to rebuild every bridge in this country if you were going to do this ridiculous policy.
When they ban gas vehicles,
but on crowd size,
that's what will happen
in history,
Armando.
For any country, nobody's
When they
had crowds
say,
like I have.
no more
And
gas
you know
vehicles
that.
after 2030.
And when she gets 1,000 people and everybody starts jumping,
guess what?
You know that if I
buy
had
a new
1,000
vehicle?
people would say that's the end of his
It's going to
campaign.
be an EV.
I have hundreds of thousands of people in South Carolina. I had 88,000 people. In Alabama, I had 68,000 people. Nobody says about crowd size with me, but she has 1,000 people or 1,500 people.
Yeah, I
and they
drive
say,
a
the enthusiasm's back. No.
Japanese
the enthusiasm
Toyota
is with me and the Republican Party.
Tacoma.
Because they want to stop crime. They want to stop people from pouring into our country from places unknown and from countries unknown, from countries that nobody ever heard of. That's where the enthusiasm.
Colette.
Yeah.
Colette. Great supporter of the channel here. Appreciate your support. Good to see you.
I don't know. I don't know if I can or not. I got him elected. Without me, he wouldn't be governor. I got him elected. He was doing terribly. I got him elected. With that being said, I hope we can repair it, but if we don't, the people are still the people, and they're going to vote. We're leading in Georgia by a lot. We're leading in Pennsylvania by a lot. So, but I don't know. Now, in Pennsylvania, I have great relationships. In Georgia, I do too, but
where they
unfortunately not with the governor. I've never understood it. When you get somebody elected, they're supposed to like you. He's not exactly, for some reason, and you'll have to ask him about that. Yeah, I'd love to see it get repaired. I think that if we don't win Georgia, Georgia is a big win, is a big state. So I won Alabama by a record. Nobody's ever gotten that many votes. I won South Carolina by a record. You don't win Alabama and South Carolina by records and lose Georgia. It doesn't happen. And the people of Georgia understand
that. Yeah, I've heard those batteries can be like 15,000 to 30,000
in Georgia.
depending
a lot of
on
people
which
say
vehicle
what
it
happened.
is.
And we have to,
Replacing
all
a
we
battery
want is
is
honest
ridiculous.
elections. If we have honest elections in Georgia, we have honest elections in Pennsylvania, we're going to win them by a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he actually said it two
Some
ways.
parking
First, he said it
garages don't
incorrectly,
allow
then he corrected himself. Do you agree with it? Right?
Vehicles.
You know, if you watch him, he said it two ways. No. I mean, he said it two ways because he doesn't really know what he said. Why didn't he bring it up at the debate?
Yeah.
You know, he had a chance for 90 minutes to
Whistling
bring it up
Diesel.
at the debate. He could have talked
That's
about
the one
that
I
at
saw.
the debate. And
Yep.
he didn't do it. Everyone said, oh, he said this and he said that. He's just, you know, they give him something to read off. He read it very badly because he actually said it the opposite. Then he had to go back and correct himself. He said the opposite. He should have brought this up at the debate. If he had a problem, of course there'll be a peaceful transfer. And there was last time, and there'll be a peaceful transfer. I just hope we're going to have honest elections. That's all. Okay?
Yeah, that's funny. Rivian. Yeah, I've heard that the Rivian is a better truck than the
what a
Cybertruck.
stupid question this is.
They're Charlie. That's what I heard too.
Because I'm leading by a lot, and because I'm letting their
You know which vehicle that I would buy?
go through,
the BYD
and
Chinese.
I am campaigning
That's
a
the
lot.
vehicle
I'm
that I would
doing
buy. I hate
tremendous
to say it,
amounts
but
of taping
for
here.
$25,000
we have commercials
it's
that
the
are at a
cheapest
level I don't think that
EV with
anybody's ever
the
done
biggest
before.
bang for the buck.
Plus, in certain cases, I see many of you in the room where I'm speaking to you on phones, I'm speaking to radio, I'm speaking
Why
to
spend
television.
$50,000 on an EV when you
television's
can buy
coming
one for
over here.
$25?
Excuse me,
It'll
what are we
work.
doing right now? She's not doing any news conference. You know why she's not doing it? Because she can't do a news conference. She doesn't know how to do a news conference. She's not smart enough to do a news conference. And I'm sorry, we need smart people to lead this country because our country's never been in this danger before, both economically and from an outside perspective. Russia doesn't respect us anymore. China doesn't respect us anymore.
Charlie.
North
I'm
Korea,
not
Kim Jong-un
100% negative to
liked
EVs.
me a lot.
Let's
He
face
doesn't
it.
like this group.
It's a
We are in
transitioning
great
thing.
danger.
You
We're
know?
in great danger
And it's
of
not
being
all
in
bad.
World War III.
EVs are
That
not
could
all
happen.
bad.
No, after
But
their convention, yeah. And
will
I'm
it
going out.
cut
Actually,
the
I'm going
mustard
out
for
to certain
me
places
today?
to help
No, it
certain
won't.
senators get elected. Not even for
I
me.
would-
I'm trying to
I'd
help
be
when I go
stranded
out
in the
to
middle of
Wyoming
nowhere.
or when I go out to
I'll tell you that
Montana.
right
Or
now.
I'm going to different places.
In fact,
to help people. And
even where I drive
don't have
out to
go
the
there because
lake,
I'm leading
if
those
I had
states,
an
as
electric
you know, by
vehicle,
35,
I wouldn't have
40,
anywhere to
50
charge it.
points. I'm leading by record
charge it on a
numbers.
110
I'm
volt
going
circuit?
because
I
I
don't
want to
think
help
so.
senators and congressmen get elected.
There's no chargers
Congressmen and
around
women
here.
get elected. Yes, please.
Well, I shouldn't say no.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's I think 8 superchargers in Edmonton here that
upcoming
I know
what?
of, and then a bunch of other
Oh, yeah.
lesser chargers at community halls and stuff like that. They put them in.
Yeah, the
Cackling
Elon Musk.
Kamala.
So, yeah, sure. So Elon called me. As you know, he endorsed me full-throated. Great endorsement. I respect Elon a lot.
Elon
he respects
endorsed
me.
Trump,
And
who's
not easy for him to
anti
endorse,
e-car,
to be honest
and
with
Mr.
you. You know, it
E-car
takes
himself,
courage to
Tesla.
endorse,
Elon
people.
endorsed
Many
Trump.
people have
Go figure.
courage, and many
That
people
was
don't. He
amazing.
does have courage. And Elon endorsed me, and he asked me whether or not I'd do a show on Monday, and I think it's going to be Monday night.
This is going to be big.
And I believe he's the host of the show. So
Elon is
it'll
going to
be very
interview
interesting. A lot
Trump.
of people are talking about it. I look forward to it. That'll be done on Monday
That
night.
should be good. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really good. You know, it's like Elon and Trump, and you've got
Well, you have a lot of misinformation
Carlson,
spread about
Tucker.
China.
You know,
you have a
all
lot
these
of
guys are
misinformation
kind of
spread
ganging
about
up
a lot of
on
different
the
places. I think I'm going to
on
get
the
along great
Democrats.
with China. President Xi of China
And you know
and
what?
I were very good friends.
Shame
we
on
met right
mainstream
here, right
media
in that, except we had
for
a
there not
beautiful
being
sofa
one
there, as opposed to what we have
right-wing
right now. Right now we
media
have
source
you.
out there on,
But President Xi
on your television.
and I had a very good relationship
Shame
until
on them.
COVID. And I held him responsible for COVID. It broke up our relationship. But I think we're going to have a great relationship. And I think it's going to be mutually beneficial. But we cannot have it where China is taking advantage of the United States. And that's what they were doing, as you very well know. Yes, please.
Smooth, that's funny. That's true, though. Throw an ice engine in there instead of replacing the battery.
What's your question?
When the battery goes bad. I know people are doing that too. I've seen
No,
a
I think
couple of,
the people
swapped.
that, if you look at January 6th, which a lot of people aren't
Swapped
talking about
vehicles.
very much, I think those people were treated
Yeah,
very
J6
harshly.
is sad.
When you compare them to other things that took place in this country where a lot of people were killed, nobody was killed on January 6th. But I think that the people of January
Ashley
6th
Babbitt
were
was
treated very
by
unfairly.
by
and
the police,
they were there to
or by the-
complain, not through me. They were there to
whoever
complain
was in the
about
building there
an
that
election.
shot Babbitt.
And, you know, it's very interesting. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken to.
But the
and I said
protesters
peacefully
themselves
and patriotically, which
didn't
nobody
kill
wants
anyone.
to say, but I said peacefully and patriotically. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken to, and you've seen, Maggie, I was at the mall. I was at the Washington Monument.
Linda
I
knew.
was at the
I'm trying to
whole thing. I
boycott them
had
too.
crowds. I don't know.
But I have
who's
watched a couple
ever had
little
a bigger
clips.
crowd than
There's
I
some
have,
pretty
but I
good
had
clips
it
of
many
some
times.
wins there in the
biggest crowd I've ever spoken before was that
1500
day.
sprint there,
And I'll
men's
tell
sprint.
you, it's very hard to find a picture of that crowd. You see the picture of
I'm just
a
not
small
watching
number
the
of people
women's
relatively going
events
to the
because, you know,
Capitol.
you don't
But
know if
never
that's
see
a
the
woman or
picture
a
of
man.
the crowd. The biggest crowd I've ever spoken. I've spoken to the biggest crowds. Nobody's spoken to crowds bigger than me. If you look
I watched
at Martin
the
Luther King
introduction of
when
Waltz
he did his speech,
by,
his great speech,
Harris.
and
I
you
watched
look at
that one.
ours, same real
But
estate,
other than that, I
same
haven't watched
everything, same number of people. If not, we had more. And they said he had 1 million people, but I had 25,000 people. But when you look at the exact same picture, and everything's the same because it was the fountains, the whole thing, all the way back to
Troy,
from
those things
Lincoln
are
to
fast.
Washington. And you look at it.
Like I can
and you
remember
look at the
even back
picture
in
of his
the
crowd, my crowd.
70s riding
we
on an
actually had more
electric
people.
bus here because, you know, you
He
got
said I had
the
25,000
two lines
and
and
he
the
had
electric buses here in the city.
1 million people.
Those things
And I'm
were
okay
fast
with
when
it
the
'cause I
guy
liked
would stomp
Dr.
on the
Martin
gas,
Luther
man.
King.
They would just
Yeah,
pull you.
Please.
So, yeah, nothing against speed in the EVs. They definitely have it. Yeah. 110K for a Cybertruck is an awful lot.
Yeah, sure. We have a constitution. It's a very important document, and we live by it. She has no votes, and I'm very happy to run against her. I'm not complaining from that standpoint. And
Well, yeah, the
I
only
hate
one
to
on
be
Fox that was
defending
right
him,
wing was
but he did not want to leave.
Tucker
He wanted
Carlson.
to
I don't know. There
see
might
if
be
he could
somebody
win.
else over there still left.
They said
that
you're
might
not
be a
going to
little
win
bit
after the
right-wing,
debate. They said you're not going to win. You can't win. You're out.
but generally speaking.
And at first they said it nicely,
Yeah,
and
you
he
know,
wasn't
Fox is
leaving.
probably
and
the
then
best
you
of the
know
worst,
you know it
what
better
can we
than
say?
anybody. Wait a minute. So when you think about it, they said at first they were going to go out to another vote.
Troy.
They were going to go through a primary system, a quick primary system, which it would have to be. And then it all disappeared.
You know which,
and they just
which
picked
other
the
one is
person
fast? Is that Model
was
3?
the first out. She was the first loser.
What do they call it?
So
Their
we call
deluxe
her the
model.
first loser. She was the first loser.
That Model 3,
when
I think it
during
can do
the primary system, during the Democrat primary
a quarter
system,
mile and what?
she was the first one to quit, and she quit. She had no votes, no
What do they call that
support,
one
and
there?
she was a bad
High-end,
debater,
Model
by
3.
the way, very bad debater. And that's not the thing I'm looking forward to, but she was a bad debater. She did obviously a bad job. She never made it to Iowa.
On
Then for
Friday,
some reason,
tomorrow,
and
I'm going
I know
on
he
this
regrets
cruise.
it. You do too.
So I'll be live
He
tomorrow on
picked
the
her,
cruise, and I'll be burning my
and
rubber on
she
my
turned on him too.
tires.
She was working with the people that wanted him out.
throughout the whole
But
cruise,
fact that
because
you
it'll be
can
nothing but burnouts
get no
the whole
votes,
time with people on the
lose in
sides of the
primary
streets
system.
watching. So
In
watch
other
for
words,
that
you had
tomorrow. We'll
14
be
or
live
15
tomorrow.
people. She was the first one out, and that you can then be picked to run for president. It
I'll be driving
seems-
my Mustang.
Seems to me actually unconstitutional.
for that.
Perhaps it's not. Please.
5-speed, and it burns rubber.
You ran against Joe Biden. Are there any ways that you see her as a more challenging opponent than those other two?
So I've run against Hillary.
I like that.
And,
That's a good question.
I've run against
Then those other two.
various other people.
Any challenging
I would
opponents?
say that in terms
No,
of
no, there aren't any
intelligence,
out there.
Hillary was far superior. I would say that.
Hillary.
was smart. She was her own worst enemy in many ways, but she was smart, very smart.
That's why he's glad to see
If you ask
Hillary
me to
gone
compare.
and
Please.
replaced by Harris. Okay, I'll be right back. I got to pause for the cause.
Would you repeat that question, please? Do you have to speak up? It's a hard room because it's very big, if you know. So this is worth $18 million. Oh, I see.
On abortion, that was probably more popular with general election voters than many of your Republican rivals in the primary did. You said leave it to the states. Given that Florida is a state voting on that this fall, how do you plan to vote? Do you plan to support?
So I think the abortion issue has been very much tempered down, and I've answered, I think, very well in the debate, and it seems to be much less of an issue, especially for those where they have the exceptions, as you know. And I think it's when I look for 52 years, they wanted to bring abortion back to the states. They wanted to get rid of Roe v. Wade, and that's Democrats, Republicans, and independents, and everybody. Liberals, conservatives, everybody wanted it back in the states, and I did that. Now the states are voting. And frankly, some of the votes are much more, if you could say, liberal than you would think. Ohio turned out to be, they had a big vote, and it turned out to be a much more liberal standing than people would have thought. Kansas, the same thing. And then you have Texas, and you have other places where it may be different. But the issue has been brought back to the states now. And like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly. I think that that's a very important thing. I think when you have to follow your heart. But when you don't believe in the exceptions, I think it's much tougher. It's a much tougher issue. But about 82% of Republicans do believe in exceptions. I think and a lot of them are changing their mind and coming even further. I think that abortion has become much less of an issue. It's a very small, I think it's actually going to be a very small issue. What I've done is I've done what every Democrat and every Republican wanted to have done, and we brought that issue back to the states. And now the states are voting on it. And frankly, some of the votes are a lot different than people would have thought. But it's the vote of the people is taking care of it. And, you know, when you think about the Democrats are really the radical ones in this because they're allowed to do abortion on the 8th and 9th month and even after birth. If you look at your new governor from Minnesota, he's like the governor previous, the former governor. I don't want to get him mixed up because Glenn is doing a good job and he's leading our whole campaign in Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. But previous to Glenn, the governor, He said, the baby will be born. We will put the baby aside and we will decide with the mother what we're going to do. In other words, whether or not we're going to kill the baby. The Minnesota gentleman, this guy agrees with that. He is the most liberal. Look, between her and him, there's never been anything like this. There's never been a combination. So I'll use the word progressive. You know, they want to go progressive. They don't like the word liberal. I like liberal better. I think it's more appropriate because nobody knows what progressive means. But they now like to use the word progressive. But there's certainly never been anybody so liberal like these two, or even close. I think the abortion issue has been taken down many notches. I don't think it's a big factor anymore, really. And when people hear what I said in the debate, and I think I said it very well during the debate, we brought it back to the states. Everybody wanted it in the states. And very importantly, and you think about this, assuming you have exceptions. If you don't have exceptions, it's a more difficult thing. At the same time, there are people that strongly feel that way, and you have to follow your heart, and you should follow your heart. But that issue is very much subdued. Yeah, thank you. About who?
Attempt?
Yes.
Did the fact that somebody used an AR-15 gun at all change your impression of people's access to that weapon?
No, I didn't. Look, if you take away guns, she wants to take away everyone's gun. If you take away guns, you can't do it because people need the guns for protection. Now, entertainment, they want it, hunting, they want, different things. But they need weapons for protection in this country. People live out in the woods and they're not going to have a gun. If you look at some countries, I don't want to get them in trouble, but some countries have actually gone the opposite way. They had very strong gun laws, and now they have gone the opposite way, where they allowed people to have guns, where in one case they encouraged people to go out and get guns, and crime is down 29%. And remember this, what is the toughest gun law in the United States? Chicago. On July 4th, 117 people were shot and 17 died. The toughest gun laws in the United States are in the city of Chicago. You know that. They had 117 people shot. Afghanistan does not have that. Afghanistan, by the way, was the lowest point in the history of our country, in my opinion. That was the worst embarrassment to the history of this country, and I say Putin would not have gone into Ukraine if that didn't happen. When he saw the
He's talking about when America
and all these guys
pulled
that
out
are
of Afghanistan.
When he saw that happen, when they took out the soldiers first, they took out the soldiers first. If you go back and check your records,
not well organized, put it that way.
For 18 months, I had a talk with Abdul. Abdul was the leader of the Taliban, still is. But I had a strong talk with him. For 18 months, not one American soldier was shot at or killed, but not even shot at. 18 months, and then we had the disaster of the lift, where people were falling off airplanes from 3 times the height of the World Trade Center. I mean, terrible.
Hey, I want everyone to
our country has to be
sub up
respected
to
again,
Wheaton
please.
Shaw. Wheaton Shaw,
Go ahead,
type
please.
link in the chat. Type the word link in chat so people can check out your channel. Wheaton Shaw. I want to see your channel.
I wonder if you can comment on that.
Link
and what
drop
that
there.
might mean for the
I'd
conflict.
be against it.
And also on the
That
assassination.
Kamala is in favor of not giving Israel weapons? Yeah. That's what I hear.
What?
Look,
Israel needs a
she's
few
been very,
defense
very bad
weapons,
to
don't
Israel,
they?
and she's been very bad to Jewish people. And I say it, if anybody I know is Jewish and they would vote for Kamala over me, they should have their
Biden
head
got us
examined.
out of
If you think
20
about
years
it,
of
I
war
gave
that
them
we shouldn't
Golan
have been
Heights.
in.
I gave them the capital of Israel, Jerusalem.
Says Armando.
I even built the embassy.
I'm thinking
I
the
gave them
opposite.
no
I'm
Iran deal.
thinking
The
that
problem is they didn't do
Biden
anything
is
with
getting
it. Iran was broke.
more involved
We
in
could have made a deal
wars
so easily. I would have had a
than
deal
Trump
done
was.
within 1 week after the election with Iran.
And you need Trump
Iran can't have a nuclear
to get
weapon.
you
It's so
out
simple.
of
We
those
would have gotten
wars.
along with Iran. I
That's
was
what
looking
I'm
forward
thinking.
to it. I was fine with Iran. You know, we hit them a couple of times pretty hard, but we would have been fine with Iran. But I terminated that deal. I got them the Abraham Accords. Everyone said that's impossible. I got them the Abraham Accords. She's been very, very bad to Israel, and she's been very bad and disrespectful to Jewish people. And any Jewish person that votes for Kamala and her friend, her new friend, who I don't know if she knew him before, but I don't think he's too good. But anybody that votes for them, if you're Jewish or if you love Israel, you have to have your head examined. Go ahead, please.
The shooter, Matthew Crooks, and I was wondering if the FBI and the Secret Service are doing a decent job.
They have. The FBI.
Skyscanner searches billions of prices so we can skip right to unbelievable deals on flights, hotels, and rental cars.
Yeah, we saved so much we upgraded to VIP passes to skip.
Yeah. Let's skip that.
Willie Brown,
Yeah.
former mayor of San Francisco, and how that might have intersected with her career trajectory. So I'm just wondering if you followed that discussion at all and have any thoughts on that.
Well, I know Willie Brown very well. In fact, I went down in a helicopter with him. We thought maybe this is the end. We were in a helicopter
Willie Brown
going to a certain location together, and there was an emergency landing. This was not a pleasant landing, and Willie was he was a little concerned. So I know him pretty well. I mean, I haven't seen him in years, but he told me terrible things about her. But this is what you're telling me anyway, I guess. But he had a big part in what happened with Kamala. But he I don't know, maybe he's changed his tune, but he was not a fan of hers very much at that point.
Would certify your election victory if you win?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
How are you planning to vote on Florida's abortion referendum in November?
On what?
How are you planning to vote on Florida's abortion referendum this November?
Well, I'm going to announce that. I'm going to actually have a
Pinky.
press conference on that at some point in the near future, so I don't want to tell you now. But Florida does have a vote coming up on that, and I think probably the vote will go in a little more liberal way than people thought. But I'll be announcing that at the appropriate time. Please.
I don't think Trump hates people, though. You know what I mean?
Potentially expiring.
Like he's sort of a guy that tries to promote peace. He's not a warring, hateful type of a person.
There are a number of tax breaks for
Yeah.
parents.
Oh, we gave tremendous for child care and all of that. No,
He's
our
out for the deal.
Our tax,
Make a deal with countries.
Cuts, which are the biggest in history. Our tax cuts are coming due, as you know, very soon. And if the Democrats don't renew them or make it impossible to renew because it's pretty close in terms of vote, if they don't renew them, it's the equivalent of having a 4 times tax increase from what you have right now, and it'll destroy the economy. I think they're under
Big
tremendous
schmozzle,
pressure to do
Armando.
it. I've never seen, all my life I grow up and I watch politics, and I used to be on the other side of politics first, and then I run for office. But in all the years of studying politics, I've never seen people get elected by saying, we're going to give you a tax increase. These guys get up, think of it. We're going to give you no security. We're going to give you a weak military. We're going to give you no walls, no borders, no anything. All these things they're doing. I mean, the transgender became such a big thing, but they do all of these things, but they always say, we're going to give you a tax increase. I never heard anybody campaign on a tax increase. A politician has always said, I will cut
The Democrats
taxes.
and the liberals
I'll
are
give you
all
one
for giving
example.
tax increases.
Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security.
And
I am
people
going to leave
willingly
Social Security. I'm not
take
raising
those
the
tax
years. I'm not
increases.
raising the
Pay
age.
the carbon tax. Okay,
I
I'll
will
pay
be
it. I want to save
saving
the
Social
planet.
Security, and I'm going to work it out that there's no tax on Social Security for seniors. I'm also doing no tax on tips. No tax on tips. So waiters, waitresses, caddies,
that's a big
people
one.
that drive cars, people that get tips who have been harassed by this government, we're going to have no tax on tips. That's a big thing.
JFK. Can go and visit him in Mar-a-Lago.
Because other people have done far bigger things than Steve Bannon. Sure, it's politically motivated. I think it's a horrible thing they did. Look, they've weaponized government against me. Look at the Florida case. It was a totally weaponized case. All of these cases, by the way, the New York cases are totally controlled out of the Department of Justice. They sent their top person to the various places. They went to the AG's office, got that one going. Then he went to the DA's office, got that one going, ran through it. No, this is all politics, and it's a disgrace. Never happened in this country. It's very common that it happens, but not in our country. It happens in banana republics and third world countries, and that's what we're becoming. We have no borders. We have bad voting regulations. Anytime you have mail-in ballots, you're going to have problems. France learned that lesson. France had all mail-in voting, and they went back to paper ballots voter identification, voter ID. They went back to a normal system, one-day voting. They don't want to be around, voting for 64 days. And look, the election, I keep talking about November 5th, but the election really starts on September 6th. That's when it starts because it's early voting. We should have one-day voting. We should have paper ballots. We should have voter ID, and we should have proof of citizenship. Please. No, the gentleman in back.
She-Hawk.
For who?
Yeah, but I don't think Netanyahu is a war criminal. Okay, I see what you're getting at, i.e. that he's arbitrarily causing the death of some people. But that's a problem.
Elon,
is that you've got fighting going on there continuously between Israel and Palestine.
He's a very big believer in the country, but he's very worried about the country.
It's got to stop.
He's very worried about the country. And I don't know if it's good for him politically to have supported me, although I think we have a vast majority of this country does support me. But Elon, more than almost anybody I know, I mean, he loves this country. He loves the concept of the country. But like me, he says this country is in big trouble. It's in big.
That seems to be a big problem.
Tremendous danger. Okay, please.
The paper ballot is the way to go. And forget about this mail-in ballots. Holy jeez.
What message?
I like this guy.
So corrupt.
What message do you have to Americans, sir, who are struggling to pay for everyday life, such as groceries, rent?
The polls have suggested.
You mean that struggle caused by Biden?
People are voting with their stomachs, meaning they're going to the grocery store. They're paying 50, 60, 70% more for food than they did just a couple of years ago. Look at what's happened to energy. Look at what's happened not only to their cars,
because of the,
where
energy prices
gasoline's gone
up,
from $1.87 to $1.87.
Transported goods.
We had moments when it was below that, but it's gone from $1.87 to $5, $6, and $7. And they take the strategic national reserves and they take it out, even though it's peanuts compared, it doesn't last long. But they're virtually empty now. We've never had it this low. And he's using that to keep the gasoline prices as low as possible. He's sucked all of the oil out,
that's a
essentially
good point
the gasoline, to keep the price down a little bit, and it's had very little impact. But you know what? We have no strategic national reserves now. He's emptied it. It's almost empty. It's never been this low. And I had it at a good level, and I would have had it more if the Democrats would have approved the deal. You know, I had a deal to buy it at $22
Remember,
a barrel.
ABD has a wrench there, Betty.
And now it's it's going to be close to 100 pretty soon, my opinion. And the Democrats didn't want to do that, but we bought a lot anyway. And we had it pretty good. And what they've done to the national reserves, the strategic national reserves, is, as you know very well, because you cover it, but what they've done is incredible. They've just, for the sake of getting some votes, for the sake of having gasoline, you know, that's meant for wars. It's meant for, like,
I hope you can get over that,
It's not meant to keep a gasoline price down so that somebody can vote for Biden, or in this case, Kamala, who, by the way, is worse than Biden, and she's actually not as smart. Okay, she's actually
Biden
not as
capped
smart.
in a lot of
That's
oil.
hard to believe, isn't it?
Don't you remember what Biden did? As soon as he got into office, he capped in oil all over the place.
Abortion questions. Okay. There are other things the federal government could do, not just a ban. Would you direct your FDA, for example,
and then
to
he realized
revoke
he did the wrong
access to
thing.
mifepristone? That's one of the things
So
that's been discussed.
You could do things that would supplement, absolutely, and those things are pretty open
John.
And humane.
Remember the pipeline that Canada was going to build?
All I want to do is give everybody a vote. And the votes are taking place right now as we speak. Yeah. But it's a very good.
Americans and
there are
Canadians
many
are gonna
things
build
on
to
a
get that
humane
oil
basis
from
that you can do
Canada down there,
outside of that.
get to the refineries.
But you also have to give a vote, and the people are going to have to decide.
Biden canceled the pipeline.
Okay, yes, please.
Duh.
President Biden?
On
I know you said you think you're very.
No, I think she's actually not as smart as he is.
Well, you said you think you're very.
I don't think he's very smart either.
I know
I'm not a big fan of his brain, but I think that she's actually not as smart as he is.
In the polls, it's becoming a more competitive
just stop smoking.
Since she's taken over.
Cold turkey. Stop smoking.
She's a woman. She represents certain.
And if you want to get high, take some kind of an edible or something. You know,
when
like
people
if it's
find out about
weed edible
her,
or something.
I think she'll be much less. I see
Otherwise,
it right
don't
now.
smoke.
I see her going
Just
way
stop
down
it.
to the polls now. Now that people are finding out that she destroyed San Francisco, she destroyed the state of California along with Governor Gavin Newsom. He's been a terrible governor, terrible. But they did it together. And she was early. I mean, she was the first of the prosecutors, really. You know, now you see Philadelphia, you see Los Angeles, you see New York, you see various people that are very bad. But she was
Good
the
point,
first
Landon.
of the bad prosecutors.
Why use your
She
own
was
oil
early.
when you can use everybody else's? I understand that concept, yeah.
Will your White House
But
do daily
it
press
costs you
briefings?
more to use other people's oil than it does to use your
No,
own.
you. Would you repeat her, what she said? You have to speak up. This room is very...
When you're elected, will you commit to your White House doing daily press briefings?
Do you hear her?
We don't hear anyone.
A daily
why you
press
should
briefing?
repeat
Why
the
would I do
comment,
that? I would give you
before
all the press briefings you want. Look what I'm doing here. But why would I do a daily press? You'd get tired of me very fast. No, but I will give you total access, and you'll have a lot of press briefings, and you'll have from me. Now, are you talking about from me or from a press secretary?
I think
well,
that,
yeah,
the
probably they'll do
pandemic,
something. If it's not daily,
I
it's going to
think,
be a lot. You'll
caused
have more
people
than you
to
want.
not use as much oil.
Yeah, please.
You know what I mean? So you had a case where there was less demand, so prices dropped.
Would you consider
that's what you'd
clemency or a pardon?
I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk about
That's
it. I think
good,
it's a
Christy
tragic
B. Good for
story.
you.
You want to know
Thumbs
that?
up.
And I
Christy
felt
B,
that with Hillary Clinton, too.
You're going to do it.
You know, with
We're
Hillary
on your
Clinton, I
side.
could have done things
We're
to
with
her
you.
that would have made your head spin. I thought it was a very bad thing. Take the wife of a president of the United States and put her in jail. And then I see the way they treat me. That's the way it goes. But I was very protective of her. Nobody would understand that, but I was. I think my people understand it. They used to say, lock her up, and I'd say, just relax, please. We won
I
the
would
election.
go on,
I think it would
you know,
be
like I know-
very, I think it would have
like
been horrible
economics
for our
101,
country.
supply and
if
demand,
and
that
we
kind of
had
thing.
her between
Like, I understand
the
how it
hammering
works.
of all of the files.
A lot of other people
don't forget,
don't
she got a
understand.
subpoena from the United States Congress, and then after getting the subpoena, she destroyed everything that she was supposed to get. I didn't think. I thought it was so bad to take her and put her in jail. The wife of a president of the United States.
There had
And
to
then
be a bonus for
when
Kamala.
it's my turn, nobody thinks that way. I thought it was a very terrible thing, and she did a lot of very bad things. I'll tell you what, she was pretty evil. But in terms of the country and in terms of unifying the country, bringing it back, to have taken her and to have put her in jail, and I think
Correct,
you
Cam.
know the things as well as I do.
During
There were
COVID.
some pretty bad acts that she did. I think it would have been very bad for our country, and a lot of my people, a lot of the MAGA, as they call them, but the base.
I think
the
Trudeau
base
bought that pipeline to shut
I
it
think
down.
the base is
I don't know how
75%
that
of the
pipeline's
country,
gone.
far
I never
beyond
heard
the
anything about
Republican
it
Party,
after
because
he
we're a
bought the
party of
pipeline.
common sense, and
Trudeau
I'm a
is-
person of common sense. I want to
he's
have
a
low
weasel.
taxes. I want to
Don't
have strong
trust
borders.
Trudeau with
I want to have
anything.
a strong military so that China and Russia, look, they've allowed China
He bought that
and Russia
pipeline
to
to
do
shut
the
it down.
impossible.
That's what
combined.
liberals do.
They're natural enemies. They always have been, because China needs more land and Russia has it. They've always been natural enemies, and because of Obama, it started with him.
Do you remember
and then Biden, because he didn't know what the
uranium?
hell he was doing.
Super salty.
They've now become
Who
one
sold
force.
the uranium
and then now they're adding Iran
to
it,
the China?
and they're adding
Same
North
thing
Korea
there
to it.
too.
Pretty powerful force. This is something
Who allowed that
is
to happen?
unthinkable that they allowed to happen.
I'm more worried about the uranium because they can be producing bombs with it over in China.
Well, what if this so-called honeymoon period doesn't
Good,
end?
Christy B.
Oh,
I'm
it's
glad
gonna
for
end.
you.
The honeymoon
Just never
period.
ever
Look,
smoke again.
She's got a little period. She's got a convention coming up. It's about policy. It's
Cold
not about
turkey.
her. I think she's incompetent because I've watched her. She destroyed California. She destroyed San Francisco. Everything she's touched
Stores gas in his
has
head.
turned to bad things. I'm not going
Okay.
to use foul
I
language.
live in Alberta,
But
you know,
everything she's
if I
touched
had an
has turned
electric
bad.
car and I
She's
plugged it
incompetent.
in to
The
charge it
reason
right
she's
here,
not doing what I do, and she's
I would
not
be
doing
charging
what she
my
should
car
be doing, she won't
with
even do
electricity
interviews with friendly people.
produced from
Because
natural
she can't
gas.
do better than Biden. Now, he had a reason for not doing
Why
well.
not just drive a gas car?
And he was never,
el-
25
eliminate
years
a
ago,
whole
the
bunch of the
sharpest or brightest bulb in the ceiling. That I can tell you.
all the
Okay,
way
he
down the
wasn't.
line, which costs money
But he
and
could do
waste
interviews
energy.
at least. Not lately, he couldn't, perhaps. But she should be doing interviews. She doesn't want to do interviews. And the reason she doesn't is, number one, her policies are so bad. Just to answer your question, I think that it's not going to change because it's really ultimately not about her as much as about her policies. She wants open borders. She wants to defund the police. She wants to defund the police. She wants to take away your guns. Anybody that thinks they're not going to come after your guns, you know, when I was president, I totally protected the guns. And I think it's very important. And I know I take some heat sometimes for it, but you have to have safety. You have to have, when the bad guy walks in with a gun, you got to have some way of protecting yourself.
I actually feel more vulnerable here in Canada.
Crime go up at levels that you've never seen.
For the fact that
when
most people
say
don't
on this side
own
of the
guns,
house,
but the criminals all have
guns. We will use the
That's
guns.
the
They
sad
say,
part.
let's pass. We'll go someplace else.
It's gone to the point where there's so many criminals with guns out there that you
for 4
need a
years,
gun
and,
in your house to protect
the NRA
yourself.
endorsed me very powerfully every time I ran. Every time. My sons are members, and I guess indirectly I'm a member too. But they gave me the strongest of endorsements, and that's against very strong competition. People that felt the same way. No, you have to have that right. Our Second Amendment is a very important right.
Daniel Barry Sports Highlights.
Okay,
Check out,
how about you? Go
anybody
ahead.
has a channel that wants a link drop, just type in the word link. Nice to see you there, Daniel.
So there are some of the most brilliant people on Wall Street that are saying that if President Trump doesn't win, you're going to have a depression.
London,
I have
probably.
to agree. I think that's true. Because I know how bad these people are. You know, they like to say that they did this and that. You saw the $7 trillion that they said it was me for $7 trillion. It wasn't me. It was them. They said that I had inflation. They took over 9% inflation.
MT
no,
Native.
I had 1%
We don't know
inflation.
where
I had
that
actually
oil
no
would have
inflation because
ended
if you
up.
look at the categories,
Yeah, you're right.
just
though.
about
Some
no
of it would have
inflation.
been
But I
shipped
had
outside of the country.
a very
You're right.
minor. I actually had a positive.
The pipeline was
inflation. It
also
a
going to supply
perfect
more
number. 'Cause
oil
you don't
to where
want
the
zero.
refineries were in the
I mean,
southern
I'm not going to give
states.
you a whole course on economics, but you don't want zero. 1%, 1.4% is great. You want a little bit because you don't want to have deflation. Deflation is, in many ways, even worse. I had a perfect number right around the 1% number.
I haven't been keeping track of the.
And to show you, it stayed there for 2 years. And then he did all of the different borrowings that he did.
I don't know where it's at
And
here
then
now.
he did so many things wrong. Every time he would do it, I'd say,
I'm not joking. I don't know where
big
it's
mistake. And don't forget, they sell hats and they sell stories. Trump was right about everything. I've been right about a lot. Yes, Maggie.
Trudeau doesn't like oil. Trudeau shut stuff down. That much I know. Right. Wasn't it the
Well, we had a commission
Liberals
like
that
other people do, and it's always
said,
complicated,
we want to have
and it's always
all
controversial.
electric vehicles by
And
a
we had
certain
commissions
date?
and I think of respected
That's
people,
what
you
they
know,
did.
many of the people on the commission, and they would recommend to me certain pardons for certain people. Some people were treated very harshly.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I know there's one
A
pipeline that
fantastic
just got
woman, as
completed
you know, she
here
served
just a little
24
while
years
ago.
for being on a phone call having to do with drugs. You know who I'm talking about.
That's the one you're talking about.
She was great.
The Trans Mountain.
And she had another 24 years to go. And it was largely about marijuana, which in many cases is now legalized, okay? But we had many very highly regarded people on a commission, and they'd recommend, and they'd put a reason why. Some people were, served time,
up
but
here
they
is
served
all
a
of
lot
our
of time for
electricity
something
is,
that
well, not all
today
of it.
people wouldn't even serve
We have
time
solar,
on.
wind, and natural gas.
Well, for the most
is
part, I
how
think
our
they did.
electricity is
they did.
produced
They
here.
go through.
And
they
not
went through.
very
I had a
much
commission. It was a
electricity
very
or wind.
important
Very
commission to
little.
me, and highly respected people. And frankly, they came up with some decisions that I wouldn't necessarily agree with, but I did it. But I let a lot of people out that had no representation. I went to people in jails, in prison that we respected. I said, how many of these people should be let out? We let out large groups of low-income people that were serving like 40 years for something that today you wouldn't even be put in jail for. We had very few
I looked at
people,
the video
let
of
out
her
'cause
chat, but I never
really
listened
don't
to
want
it
let
there,
people
Betty.
out where they had
So
a lot of
I saw
violence,
her
where they had
dancing
killing,
around a
et cetera,
little bit.
et cetera.
That's about
And
all
for
I
the most
saw.
part, we didn't do that. Yeah, please.
So, yeah. Daisy, got to clean it up a bit.
More of a say over the Fed on issues like the interest rate? And do you think that you
On
would
defense?
over the Federal Reserve?
Yeah, they're all
And do you
trying to
think that
diversify
manage
to
a
make
soft
themselves look
landing in the
green, I
economy
think.
given with the current leadership in place?
Right. Well, look, the Federal Reserve is a very interesting thing, and it's sort of gotten it wrong a lot. And He's tending to
Sad
be a little
see.
bit late
I
on
know,
things.
Betty, you're
He
probably
gets a little
more
bit too early and a little bit
in
too
tune
late.
with,
And that's very largely
people being vulgar and
a,
stuff like that.
It's a gut
you
feeling.
You don't like that kind of
I
stuff.
believe
so
it's
yeah,
really a
I
gut
agree
feeling.
with you. I don't.
And I used to have it out
I'm
with
not
him.
a
I had it out
disgusting
with him a
person.
couple
I
of
don't
times
like
very
to
strongly. I
say
fought him
things
very
that are
hard.
going to be offensive to
And,
people either.
we get along
I'm like
fine.
you, Betty. I'm
we
on
get
your
along
side.
fine, but I feel that a president should have at least say in there. Yeah, I feel that strongly. I think that in my case, I made a lot of money. I was very successful, and I think I have a better instinct than, in many cases, people that would be on the Federal Reserve or the chairman. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Prison for marijuana. Harris supports rescheduling marijuana and also says that no one should go to prison for a marijuana offense. Do you agree with those positions?
Well, as we legalize it, I start to agree a lot more because, it's being legalized all over the country. Florida has something coming up. I'll be making a statement about that fairly soon. But as we legalize it throughout the country, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's awfully hard to have people all over the jails that are in jail right now for something that's legal. So I think, obviously, there's a lot of sentiment to doing that. Yeah, please.
Kamala Harris's father is Jamaican American.
Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix died. Yeah, I was talking about the Keystone Pipeline. That's the one that Biden canceled as soon as he got into power.
You'll have to ask her that
I don't
question
know
because
that
she's the
anything
one
has
that said
changed
it.
since then, though,
I didn't
on the
say
Keystone.
it. So you'll have to ask her, and I very much appreciate that question, but you'll have to ask her. But I've known her for a long time. I actually contributed to her campaign a long time ago because I was a developer.
But I do know that we do have a lot of oil.
Democrats, Republicans,
the oil sands where I'm
some were
sitting,
liberal,
or tar
and some were
sands, whatever you want to
conservative.
call them.
But you'll have to
There's
ask her about
over
that. But,
a 100-year supply
to me, it
of
doesn't
oil.
matter. But to her, from her standpoint, I think it's very disrespectful to both, really. Whether it's Indian or black, I think it's very disrespectful to both. To me, it doesn't matter. Please, redress.
On the assassination, is your ear fully recovered? Is there a scar? Do you have any hearing damage from that?
Pretty much recovered, yeah. I'm a fast healer. It's a hell of a shot.
That's not good, Christy.
But I'm a fast healer. Yeah, pretty much recovered. No, it didn't hit that. I got very lucky.
Mr. President?
It just hit the lobe, as they call it.
On your ear?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. On
Mr.
top.
President, I want to ask you about your mass on immigration.
A little bit.
It's an immigration question. You've been running on the idea of mass deportations. You say the biggest in American history is basically what you want. When Senator Vance has been asked about that,
It's
he
the alcohol
suggested that really you
fueled
only need to go
rage.
after people who've been convicted of crime.
Well, we're starting that, yeah.
So
And we've seen that
What are we really
before.
talking about here? How will you pay for it? And do you think you can?
We are
pass something
going
like
to
that through
start
Congress?
the largest mass deportation in the history of our country because we have no choice. It's not sustainable.
Yeah, where
and
is
we're going to start
GGAB? I
with
miss
violent
GGAB.
criminals, and we're going to start then with
I know
criminals.
she got mad at me when
and our local
we had
police
that
is
row
going to
with
work with
Queenie
us
going
because
on
they know
there.
everything about the people.
But I
they
wish
know their
GGAB would
names.
come
They
back.
know everything about them. They know their middle name. They know their numbers. And as you know, the other side is trying. Look, for years I wondered, why are they allowing these people to come in at levels like this? It was incredible. And I said two reasons. They're either really stupid, and I don't believe they're stupid, because anybody that can cheat on elections like they cheat is not stupid. Or, in the alternative, they have bad motives or they hate our country. And I used to think they hate our country. But lately I've seen where they're trying to sign these people up to vote. And they have to stop. They cannot let
I'm
illegal
against the
immigrants
N-word,
vote in this
period.
upcoming election. All right, one
you
more
say
question.
the N-word in my chat, and you'll be booted out of here.
Go ahead,
And
one
remember,
more. Make it a
remember
good one,
Queenie,
please.
or not Queenie, but Daisy was on my panel one day.
Right.
She was modded in my channel. She had a mod. And then she started saying the N-word in my chat, and that's it.
We have so
I took
many
her mod
ways
status
of
away. That
making
was
money
Daisy.
in this country. We're
'Cause
not
I
going
don't
to
go for
affect
that.
our Social Security. We're not changing it. And I
In
proved
fact,
that over 4 years.
if you're a
And we're
black
going to do
person
it. It's
spouting
very
off the
unfair to
N-word
people.
on your
They
stream,
spend their life and
and
they're
you're a
great citizens
podcaster or
and
a
they pay in.
YouTuber, I'll
We're not
unsub
going
from you.
to charge tax to Social Security, the seniors. We're not going to do it. We're not
I
going
don't
to
even
charge.
want to hear a
And
black
also
person
tax.
using
I say
the
the two
N-word.
things.
Either way, to
We're
me,
gonna have
it's
no
offensive.
tax on seniors, Social Security, and we're going to have no tax on tips. Very simple. And we are a country that has so many different ways to make money. We have under our feet more liquid gold, I call it oil, and gas, than any country in the world, much more than Saudi Arabia, much more than Russia. We have so many different ways we can make money. We're not going to hurt our seniors with Social Security, and we're not going to charge them tax. Okay?
Not good, Edward.
If sanctuary cities or municipalities are unwilling to cooperate, how do you plan to enforce that and use the federal?
We should not have sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities is a way of protecting criminals, and we should not have sanctuary cities. Yep. And if you go to California,
the city that I live in, Edmonton,
well,
is a sanctuary city, and it is a shithole.
If you go to California and you ask the people of California, do they like the idea of sanctuary cities? They don't like it. They're
and
tired
you know what
of
I mean by a shithole?
They're tired of crime.
If I see
They're
a whole
tired of
bunch
what's
of
happened to
homeless
our
people
country.
hanging around,
Our country's become
tweaking
a
out,
crime-ridden
to me, that's
mess,
a shithole.
and
I
we're
hate
going to
to
stop
say
it on November 5th. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, the last thing I need is for my kids to walk outside my door and see some guy stooped over, tweaking a half a block from where I live.
Well, there you go. President Trump addressing the media for more than an hour in Palm Beach, right there at Mar-a-Lago.
And I live in a pretty good part of the
A little bit of introduction with the president there, then, of course, a number of questions. And we're going to get to...
Okay, so that's basically the story here with the Trump episode, which is pretty good. I really enjoyed hearing from Trump, giving us a bunch of updates on what's going on. Of course, he's campaigning for the presidency of the United States, so he's on the campaign trail there. As well, we've got Kamala and her right-hand man there, right-hand man, who's looking after the boys' bathrooms there. He's doing a good job, Timmy and Kamala. Oh, my. Can't make this stuff up, can ya? Can't make this stuff up. Hey, you know what? I think it's that time of the day. You know what time of the day it is? It's that time of the day when Tommy Temper says, yeah.
Look inside your tiny mind, then look a bit harder, 'cause we're so uninspired.
It's music time. Time for a little musical interlude. Look at Trump is starting to open up the pot too. Did you hear him there? He's not against pot. He says, well, they're starting to legalize it here and there and everywhere. So, you know, he's getting on with the pot program. That's good.
Not how you find it.
You're really enjoying life.
Do you really enjoy
Don't be so hateful.
life that's so hateful? 'Cause there's a hole where your soul should be. You're losing control of it, and it's really distasteful.
It's a little bit distasteful, but because we hate what you do. Your whole crew don't stay in touch. Fuck you very, very much. Because your words don't translate. And you're too woke.
You think we need to
go to war. We're already in a war. It's a domestic war. Where's Antifa today? Wait, they'll get back energized as soon as Trump wins. Fuck you. Fuck you very, very much. Because we hate what you do. And we hate your whole crew. Don't stay in touch. No, please do stay in touch. Come on back when we go live again. Because your words don't translate, and it's getting quite late. Don't stay in touch. And that is it for the Tommy Temper Show. This is Tommy Temper. I'm Tommy Temper. And, hey, we're having fun. Where's my picks here? Copyright free. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, it's another hit single. Okay, we'll let it roll. I fuck around.
Fucking up and down this fucking street. I gotta find a fucking place where the fuckheads meet.
Woo! For you, Colette.
Getting fucking known. Yeah, the
Smooth Operator.
So fucking leave us alone.
Again, Smooth Operator. Thank you very, very much for that donation. Colette, hey, you too there. Thanks a lot for donations. Everyone that's a great supporter of the channel. Appreciate all of you out there. Thank you very, very much for supporting the channel. Without you, I wouldn't be here. 100%. You know that. And when I get the odd, it doesn't take much. Just a wee little tip every now and then is just great, which keeps me motivated to come back here again and to yell and scream and to cause a disturbance. But why are there only 50 people watching? I can't understand that. Talk about a frickin' shadow ban. You can't make this stuff up.
Wow.
Hang on, I want to hear that other one. I want to hear the you can take this job and shove it. Okay, I like that one. Hang on. This is just for you. I'll play this one for you. You can take this job and shove it. Where is it? Hang on, I'll find it.
Stop fucking around.
Yeah. Stop it already.
Stop fucking around.
Okay, here we go.
You're late again.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble now.
Suck the fucking dick anyway.
Yeah. Take this job and shove it. Okay, there it is for you working stiffs out there.
9 to 5 can suck my cock. I'd rather eat shit than punch that clock. Monday through Friday is a hassle.
I used to work for a punch clock company. That's funny.
I grow some balls.
Used to go around servicing punch clocks.
Bathroom stall and blowing my load in the sink and telling what I really think. Fuck you, boss. Fuck your profit and fuck your
loss.
Fuck you, Linda, at the front desk too. Guy in the mail room. Fuck
you.
This whole company can slide my knob. Fuck all y'all. Fuck this job.
Yeah, working here is like smoking a joint. The harder you suck, the higher you get.
Without me here, this place is screwed. Y'all don't know half the shit I do. Should've understood from the get-go.
Yahoo!
I ought to be running this shithole.
Let's go. It's a shithole, that's right.
In the coffee pot.
Just like the cities.
Dump in the parking lot. Hit a dildo in the drawer.
Woohoo!
Ass, I'm out the door. Fuck this job. Fuck you, boss. Fuck your profit and fuck
Your loss. Fuck you, Linda at the front desk too. Guy in the mailroom. Fuck you too.
This whole
company can slop my knob. Fuck y'all. Fuck this job. Yoo-hoo. Let's go. It's Thursday. Uh-oh, I got a phone call. Oh, right in the middle of my song. I'm not going to answer it. Hey, James, crush more pussy than you've ever seen. I guess what I really mean is, woo! Fuck this job. Fuck you, boss. Fuck your profit and fuck your loss.
Fuck you, Linda at the front
desk too. Guy in the mailroom. Fuck you too.
This whole company
can slob my knob. Like this. Fuck you, boss.
Fuck this job. Fuck you, boss.
Fuck your profit and fuck your loss. Fuck you, Linda at the front desk too. Guy in the mailroom. Fuck you too.
This whole company can slob
my knob. Fuck y'all. Fuck this job.
Fuck all y'all.
Woo! Okay, I'm out of here. Bye-bye, everyone. I'm gone for the day. See you later. We're out of here. Looks like we don't have the lyrics for this song, so I'm not going to sing along. I'm out of here. I'm going to go have fun with my kids, okay? Thanks a lot for joining me here today. This is the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper. I'm not really Tommy Temper, but who gives a shit, okay? I'm out of here. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you very, very much for that super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Big ups to Smooth Operator. Anybody else that super chats to me, big ups to you all. Really appreciate the little tip. Shows me that we're doing a good job and that we are somewhat liked. Maybe not loved, but liked. And thanks a lot to all the trolls that came in. Appreciate your company. Without you, it wouldn't be as much fun. Okay? Let's go. See you later.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I've got 1, 2 middle fingers pointed at you. One means fuck, one means off. So goodbye, toodaloo, adios. Hit the
I gotta go out with the kids today, so we're gonna head outside and have some fun. Look, it's a nice day. But you all have fun too. It was enjoyable going over the Trump thing that he had going on there. I really liked watching that and watching all the comments from everybody. Appreciate it. You guys all have a good day. Bye-bye for now.